No, you can't do that.
What's the difference between a 39 and a 40, or a 38 and a 39?
That's why everyone should just use the 5-star scale. That's why a 5-star scale is the perfect scale.
5-star scale is the worst.
It's the perfect scale. You know what a 3 out of 5 game? 3 out of 5? It's okay. It's okay.
I like a 10.
No way, because a 60 out of 10. I'm not going to play a 6 out of 10.
60 out of 10.
I'm not going to play a 6 out of 10.
3 out of 5 is a 6 out of 10.
I'm probably going to play a 3 out of 5. It is in numbers, but like a 3-star out of 5-star game would probably be more like a 7.2.
Like, I just feel
disagree.
It would be.
I just feel like there's more nuance to a 10-point scale.
But nuance in reviews is fucking stupid.
I know.
Of like our audio, we think the audio sounds 10 points better than the visuals look. What? Nuance in reviews is dumb because it's so subjective and
and that's the thing.
That's why you just put the simplest little. Oh, it's 5 stars. I get it.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah,
that's all you get.
Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down. Honestly, is
yes or no.
Yeah,
maybe a way better way to do it.
Even that is like very subjective as well, because if this game, if Death Stranding got low ratings, like
it's all over the board.
Yeah, I know it is all over the board. I don't really know how spread out it is, and I don't know how
all the way
tilted
from
it is. But
like ones to hundreds.
I was gonna play this game no matter what. I was gonna buy this game no matter what, and then I'd play it, and then I come up with my own take on it. But I don't know. Like I'm enjoying it right now.
Yeah. Well, we're just talking about the physical. We're just talking about reviews in general.
Yeah, reviews in general.
Welcome to the show. Sometimes we do reviews in general here on Talking Reckless. This is the 297th episode.
Holy shit.
300's almost here.
That's when I'm going to kick you in the chest.
In 300, you're going to kick me in the chest?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is podcast.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Is this a TRWO? Okay. It's Matt Eads, the champ, Kevin Byer, some known as Doink Daddy Kevin.
Yeah, 4 days away from defending my title.
Ooh. Revolution this Friday night. Oliver J.
It's Revolution? Are you doing a thing with the naming convention of these or what?
No.
Because they all have been kind of the same.
Wow. How dare you?
That's the sign of a very well-named wrestling pay-per-view where
Not
all the names just
really.
blend it. You're like, I don't know, that might have been double or nothing.
Because when I was looking for these, when I wanted to watch the other one, it was like, what was the first one? Retribution?
You just couldn't know. When you were looking
Resolution.
for it, you knew what they were called, and you're like, did you put this one up on YouTube? I can't find it.
No, it's
have
like...
you tried searching TRWL Retribution?
I was looking on the Twitch feed.
It's on both.
Yeah, and I'm like, Resolution? Is that the first one? And then I started watching it for a little bit. I'm like, fuck, this is not it. And then
it can't be the first one because you can't start with Resolution.
No.
Undisputed was the first one.
Oh.
Followed by Resolution. Followed by Retribution.
Yeah.
Followed by Revolution.
Okay.
Because Revolution, full disclosure, Revolution, Bryce Zinnick, Revolution was not always going to be called Revolution. There was a plan where we were gonna. It's fine. We'll do that later. But
all right,
it was not supposed to be Revolution by the end of it. But something fell through the cracks.
we just raided the streets of France, and it was what it is.
Yeah. That's right. It's a revolution. You know, DDK has selfishly held on to that title for too long. The man's a coward. An absolute coward.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fighting champ.
I suppose. I mean, my match this pay-per-view is against the Terror Demon, the undefeated Terror Demon.
Ooh, Terror Demon.
Is a true coward. And I'm going to put him... I'm going to open up with a heel dab. That's all it's going to be. One heel dab, done. 1, 2, 3. I'm calling right now. Right now.
Quick
on Friday,
ever.
Harsh.
It's going to be the fastest ever match in TRWL history. Come and join us for that. We never fix these cameras. I guess we kind of fix these cameras.
Well, there you go.
Come and
this one down.
Come and join us for that on the Twitch feed. It's Twitch's
that way.
only
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
these two.
there we go.
live and premier and only live video game wrestling league. New titles are debuting.
Are you gonna switch it to 20? You're not gonna switch to 20. I hear 20 sucks.
No, like, are we gonna? No. We'll still use the
19?
2K19. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, fuck 20. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. 20 could be a fine working game. We probably still wouldn't do it. It's a lot of work.
We just need AEW to come up with a wrestling game. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It'll probably be pretty good.
Ukes is working on something.
I don't know.
I mean, it's going to be like most wrestling games, and it's just going to be bad. But
I mean,
if you say
WWE ones.
most wrestling game, like the sheer number of wrestling games is they're probably better on average than not.
I would
It's
say
just
that
recently
it's
they've been
probably
terrible.
Like 7 to 8% of total number of wrestling games are good.
What? No. I mean, I'd say less than 50% are actively terrible.
Is good like a 3 out of 5?
Yeah, is it 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 5?
No, good 3 out of 5. Good 3 out of, I don't even get out of bed
Thumbs
for
up.
anything less than a 3 out of 5. All right.
That's a thumbs up.
Thumbs up for these games.
Welcome to the show. Death Stranding is upon us.
Holy shit.
I got a few more things to tell you about, actually, that I forget.
Go do your thing.
The D&D show. We're raising money to get some equipment over on the stream, twitch.tv/TalkingMarketsPodcast. We need mixers. We need microphones. We have cabling now and mic arms, and we're getting some material to build a big, crazy structure. A hell in the cell for our very own D&D show. And that'll cost a lot of money. So if you're going to help make that happen, head on over to the stream. Throughout November, that's where all the stream goal stuff is going. And hopefully we'll have something to share with you sooner rather than later when it comes to D&D. It's going to be weird because... What's that, Dick?
No, on his page it says OJ Hart's HK, which HK probably means Hong Kong.
Yeah, OJ Hart's Hong Kong.
Of course.
I was
that's the
going
one.
with Hideo Kojima.
I mean, Revolution talk.
Yeah, we just call him Kojima-san, you know? Kojima Senpai.
Yeah. Mr. Kojima.
It's probably super offensive,
No
probably.
way, that's what they call him.
Kojima-san?
Kojima-san. I mean, Jeff Keighley calls him Kojima-san, you know? If you want to love Kojima like Jeff Keighley loves Kojima, I just want to love anything like Jeff Keighley loves Kojima.
Nah, no kidding.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the D&D show's going to be a little weird because we're jumping in like in the middle of a campaign.
I think we should do like promos leading up.
Yeah.
Just have to pop a recap.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking we might do
like we should
Talking
do.
Heads, yeah.
We should do.
what's Talking Heads?
Like The Office or shows like that, where you pan off and have someone talk about what's happening
just like
right
in the
then and
room.
there.
That'd be hard for a live show. Be like, so when I betrayed the party here, I was really thinking. I was thinking we might do like some stuff for the DMs Guild. Do like Talking Head stuff, but like not that would run during the game.
We should. Well, I was thinking about it, and you should do like a recap, right, of what we've done so far, and then we could have like different character like profiles, like have Kevin talk about Chaddington Bosworth third.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah, and then
Little
just
fireside
record
chat
that,
or
and,
something.
and then like put that up just to catch everybody up.
The possibilities are endless. Once we build this crazy studio, it's gonna be fucking wild. We're taking I got some measurements for you as well. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I want to
I'm
do like a little
forward.
filming of it, like coming together. Maybe.
Oh yeah,
because
that'd be good content.
But lots and lots of stuff. Anything's possible if we make these goals. So come and help us do that. What if it was like a radio play recap? What if you guys had lines
Or something like
what
that.
If we had
Yeah.
to, what if we recreate some of the? That was the part where Ding yelled his famous catchphrase that he always yells.
Oh dang!
Hit him with it, and then we'd have Kev in the studio where he'd record.
Yeah.
Yowza!
Yowza!
Like
That is my catchphrase.
whatever he always, you know what he always says. I don't want to
by
spoil
the
it.
crack of a beer.
It's gonna be fun. It's crazy times. Something that I want to get off the ground for a really long time. I really like D&D. Been playing ever since I was a kid. It'd be cool to finally get some of that on the air.
Our game's going really good.
Yeah, you guys having fun?
Yeah.
We haven't had combat in a long time.
No,
it's
yeah.
been like
Yeah, long time.
4 sessions, I think.
Wow. Yeah.
Three
yeah,
sessions.
You're right. I didn't even realize it. Role playing's always kind of been my favorite.
Yeah, we
part.
always like it doesn't feel like we're missing it,
Okay, good.
but as a fighter, it does
That's a good.
feel like I would like to swing my sword at things every once in a while.
I see what you're saying, for sure. Yeah, but I mean, like your character is just like a joy to be around.
And
So
a little bit in defense of the DM, we have made 4 sessions out of what I thought was going to be like half a session.
also, yeah, the pacing I'm sure has just thrown that off.
Yeah,
kinda-
we're really good at dragging our feet.
I love it. I would like, as long as nobody's getting bored, like I am,
The
the slower the better.
the game that I DM that Bryce is playing in, the last 2 sessions I was expecting to be like a half of a session as well.
Oh, good.
And
That's
it's
still
like,
really-
they're just still going on this one, and And then they went in a completely different direction that I didn't anticipate.
That's always fun, eh?
I did anticipate it, but I anticipated them forgetting about it so I could use it in a way against them.
And we did forget about it for good 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Then brought it right back in.
Yeah, right when it mattered.
Let me ask you guys, as DMs of the games like these, like, is that preferable when like it doesn't necessarily go according to plan, but at least like the players are sort of like making stuff out of like just like half of what you had planned, like
Players take the reins. That's
Yeah,
their
totally.
game.
100%.
yeah. So is that like, do you guys as DMs prefer that, or like, oh shit, like I really want to get to this point, and or like they completely veered off this track?
Kevin and I are shaking our heads in the studio.
I've rewritten the overarching plot of my game so many times based on them just changing things and like, oh, this is not going to work out for them in this way anymore.
But do you like that, like the fluidity of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the players. They like it's two very different styles of DMing. Where I think Kevin and I try and make it the players' game, just a very loose world, and then without even realizing it, like you guys who play my game are totally just creating entire parts of the world. You're like, oh yeah, this thing's here, and I'm like, okay, fuck, I gotta write this. There's a building here now. So. And then the other side of the it's like gardening versus being an architect, right? You plant seeds and kind of just, okay, I'm just going to trim things and hope it all goes well. And if the players go crazy, I'll have to deal with it my own way. Or are you building this grand design of yours, the DM, that I have a very cool curated experience up here that we got to make sure they hit, which has never really. It's a risky way to do it, because what if the things you think are hitting are not hitting?
Too bad.
Yeah.
Games for me to have fun at,
That's
not for
right.
anyone else.
It's a very selfish way to DM. One player has fun because they're showing off their interesting world, and usually everybody else is just kind of uninterested, I find. It's hard to get invested in a world that does not feel like it's yours.
As long as you get to roll the dice within 8 hours, you're good to go.
I mean, we roll the dice for literally everything.
Good.
Literally everything.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
must.
I want to open that door. I should give you an investigation check there or something. Okay, carry on. Just not always
Just in
combat
case.
rolling, you know?
Yeah.
We'll it'll be something to think about for the show, though, definitely, because I think the cadence of the D&D show is, I don't know if we could go like 5 straight episodes of we're shopping in Waterdeep or whatever.
That's now that you mentioned that, now in like thinking about this future stuff, that is kind of,
I mean, we can do that if you stop asking everyone their first and last name.
Where are you from?
That's all it takes. First name, last name, either's fine. First name and last name. Oh man.
it didn't even occur to me that we hadn't had combat in the like last 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever.
I think it's been 3.
There was that one spot with the combat arena.
Yeah,
which
that was
again,
one player had a
yeah.
little bit of combat.
Yeah, but it didn't even occur to me because, like, again, like I like the role playing aspect a lot better than combat. But again, like that's not everybody's preference either. So
Things to work on. I got to work on my combat. You know, combat can and should be a fun role playing experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I find it very hard to do. Something to work on. Anyways, D&D coming up. It's gonna be called Rolling Reckless. It's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be a ton of work, and I'm probably gonna be super fucking stressed over the next 2 months. But it's all gonna be worth it at the end. I got big ideas. Christmas is coming. It'll be a Christmas episode.
Oh.
Holiday episode.
Oh
No, Christmas. Christmas. In our world, Jesus was born, and Christ Mas, Spanish for more Christ.
More
Yeah,
Christ.
that's right.
I think that's all I have to tell you. In summary, D&D show coming up. Our next TRWL event this Friday in podcast time. It's gonna be dope. New titles debuting.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes. If you thought that I was too good of a man to just put a title on myself, clearly you don't know me. Should we just talk about Death Stranding? Should we talk about the things that aren't Death Stranding and then talk about Death Stranding?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
Let's ask the non-Death Stranders how they feel about that. If they got other things.
That's
to talk
something
about.
stupid, and you shouldn't buy it.
Okay, settle down. Yes, internet. We'll get to you soon.
1 out of 5 stars.
Let's talk about
If
the
that.
Don't give it
non-Death
that
Stranding
many.
stuff, so that Bryce and I can just get up and walk away.
Yeah, pretty much.
We need the layman here. We need the counterbalance on the Death Stranding discussion for sure.
I've seen the cover of the game. What do you know?
I've seen the font that the game is written in.
Ooh.
Yeah, the name of the title of the game.
Which 3 letters aren't connected by the line?
I haven't paid that close attention to it.
DEH.
RDH.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You see that release day thing?
I did actually.
So fucking stupid.
It's great.
So in that 2016 reveal of Death Stranding, where the title screen comes up, it's the same one you've seen with like it says Death Stranding and then has the strands coming down from the letters. There are 8 letters connected by 11 strands, and 19 worked in there somehow as well.
Yeah, something like
8
that.
plus
8
11.
plus 11.
Is that okay? Yeah. So
Yeah,
the-
so then that sort of like released,
I-
or it foreshadowed the release date.
Yes, once it came out, people were like, Kojima predicted look, it says right there, if you're looking closely.
Yep.
Which that one is a little too, I buy that one. That one seems real to me. That's an easy, for Kojima to, like, you could know the release date 10 years in advance with Sony, I'm sure.
I mean, it's a target for sure.
And if it would have got pushed back, then like whatever, then his dumb little like, well, I did the thing with the dates. I'm a master. Or no, it's the whale. It's the year of the whale. That's right. 2019 is the year of the whale. Yeah,
that right?
that's what the 19 was.
Oh, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, because the big flaming fucking space whale.
There's a lot of whales in this.
There's a lot of whales in this.
I don't know if that's correct.
In the game, Year of the Whale, because that's not a real year of anything.
Is that in the game? Listen, this
I don't
is
know.
this is what I read, brother.
Like
That's what I'm telling you.
the
yeah,
Chinese,
whale is not a thing.
Yeah,
Like you're the dog.
yeah,
There's
you're
no
the
whale.
whale. Yeah, it's the whale
There's no
talisman.
whale.
You're Jack Chan Adventures, the whale talisman.
What the whale talisman do? Perfume.
Helps you, makes you smell good.
Makes the next 3 combats, the enemies only have 1 hit point.
Oh, nice.
Little Slay the Spire. Wow. Kevin playing Slay the Spire? What do you?
Yeah, I've been playing Slay the Spire. I got 3 of the classes fully unlocked. I just started on the last one, whose name I don't remember.
Is that out in
Watcher.
public or is that
Watcher?
still beta?
Yes, the beta stuff. Yeah. So I did. I did all of the unlocks for each class and then moved on to the next one, kind of thing, just to get my my knowledge of the class down before moving on, because I don't like jumping around, being like, okay, well, now I don't remember what cards are in this deck, now I don't remember the strategies that work, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So my last one, I was doing the defect, which is like
It's the blue,
the wizard
one, right?
kind of thing, where you like cast spells and
Looks like a Protoss guy.
yeah, kind of. So there's and it's weird because I didn't have the option to do this stuff for any of the other runs with the other 2 classes. But for the defect, there was keys that I could get.
So once you clear the run with all 3 classes, then the keys will start showing up on every new run
Okay.
after that. But you only have to get through the 3 levels. You don't have to get all the unlocks.
Yeah. So I unlocked the key stuff, which is a hidden 4th floor. If you get all 3 keys over the course of the initial 3 floors, and then you fight like a super boss. And I beat the super boss for the first time.
Is the super boss like the heart?
Yeah,
Oh shit!
yeah,
You slayed the Spire.
I did. And there was a little cutscene after. And when you kill the heart with each class, you get the option to unlock the beta art for each of the cards.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
And you can choose for each individual card whether you want the retail art or the beta art. And some of the beta art is just ridiculous.
Like placeholder. Like here's a stick man. Like ridiculous. What are we talking? Here?
Well, the double energy card, which when you play it, you take the amount of energy you have and double it. In the retail version of the games, it's like 2 like glowing orbs side by side kind of thing. In the beta art, it's just it just says ×2.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just a little x2.
Yep. It's like Dream Quest. Was that the name of that?
Yeah, it's
iOS game you loved?
Worse than Dream Quest, let me tell you. So yeah, I haven't found any of the beta art that I've wanted to use yet, but I'm sure there will be something in there that'll just make me giggle in such a way that I'm like, that's what my card
That's
looks
clever.
like from now on. There's one card called something driver.
Okay.
Compile driver, that's what it's called. and the beta art is someone giving someone a pile driver.
That's what I was gonna say. That's get the calm pile driver.
So yeah, I beat that for the first time. Made it back to it again, like 2 runs later, with a very similar version of the deck that I beat it with, and lost. So
It's hard. I've never got to the 4th boss yet.
yeah, it's very hard.
It's a hard game.
Yeah, I haven't started playing on the Ascension difficulties yet, because I want to get everything unlocked before trying that at least.
Yeah.
So that's goal number 2, is to start working my way up the Ascension ladder.
Such a dope game. I really love Slay the Spire.
Yeah, I've put a ridiculous amount of time. I played like 5 hours today.
Damn.
Played like a couple hours yesterday.
It always feels like you're so close to breaking the game.
Oh, I did break the game with my deck that beat the heart.
Did you go truly infinite?
I didn't go completely infinite, but I played... there's one card called Claw. So it costs zero mana, 0 energy, whatever you want to call it. And each time you play it, it increases the power of all the other claws in your deck and itself. So the first time you hit something, it does 5. Second time is 7, 9, and so on and so on. So I had 6 claws in my deck.
Wow.
And 2 cards that, when you play it, you return all 0 cost cards from your discard pile to your hand. So I played like 7 claws, and then got them all back, and then played them all again, and then got them all back, and played them all again.
Wow.
So yeah, it was very good. I think I had 2 or 3 of the, I think it was 2 of the 4 bosses during that run that I perfected.
Ooh, big points.
Yeah.
You get a bonus if you perfect a boss.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't
Plus
know that.
And
50
elites as
points,
well.
I
I
think.
don't think I've ever even got close to perfecting a boss.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've also been studying a lot. There's one streamer / YouTuber that I've found who does what he calls over-explain runs. So the run will be like a 4-hour long video, and he will literally sit and explain every single decision he makes, why he's making it, why he's playing defend over attack, why he's doing this. Very, very good to learn how to play better.
Yeah.
But like I say, very time consuming. A single run will take you 45 minutes playing the game, and watching the video to learn how to play it better, like I say, is 3 to 4 hours.
Wow.
That's great. Like,
Yeah.
I used to watch Marvel vs. Capcom fucking fights where, yeah, they kind of did that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is awesome. Like, because it tells you, not specifically frame by frame, but, like, they tell you, like, hey, this attack is coming, and then it'll be, like, so-and-so and so-and-so, but at this frame, I suppose, you can get in with the drill claw. So, that's, yeah, like, watching that type of shit is kind of cool. I don't know how interested I'd be in this game.
Well, I mean, if you like the game, it might
For
be
sure.
something that
Yeah.
you might want to look into. But I mean, my strategy originally, when I was playing before, like when it was originally 2 classes, and then with the 3rd class, and now with the 4th class, my original strategy was like, work on stripping the bad cards out of your deck as fast as you can.
Are you not supposed to do that?
That's too much money.
What do you mean? It's only 75.
And then 100, and then 125.
And you need your garbage defense.
Yeah.
Get rid of the attacks, but
You could be using that money to buy yourself a potion to make the next fight super easy, or you could be using it to.
Is that more worth it than getting a card out of my deck?
Super worth it.
Oh, shit.
My average deck size when I was losing a lot was like 12 to
braggart.
15.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Because
nice,
I would
nice
be
thin deck.
working everything out of the deck.
I just can't handle the big ones. You know?
Now that I'm putting some wins together, like the deck that I just beat it with was like 37 cards.
Yeah, you gotta beat a big deck.
Yeah. But yeah, like big deck just gives you a lot of options. You don't have to worry about
A lot of 2x energies in that lot of big deck 2x energies.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it's all about the way to think about it is don't think about, oh, I'm going to take this card because it's 9 attack, and think about it like, which card do I need to beat the fight that'll give me the most trouble right now? So it's like, if the next elite that I fight is the Gremlin Knob, which is
yes.
he's the big red demon guy who gets stronger and stronger when you play certain cards.
Yeah.
So, like, if you know you're fighting that specific elite, you got to think, well, okay, if I get a bunch of poison and that I can play on the first turn, that's really good against the Gremlin Knob. Or if you can get, for one of the other classes, if you can lower that guy's strength before he can get his buff up, then that's another good play. Or if you're fighting against the floor 1 boss who is the little eyeball with the flames around it that hits you a whole bunch. If you can get thorns against that guy, you basically win because he hits you 6 times on the first turn, and then you turn around and hit him for 24 with your thorns.
But then I got a shitty Thorns card in my deck that I'm not going to use for 2 floors.
Or you could buy a Thorns potion for 47 gold.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. High level. Maximum EV.
Yeah,
Welcome to Value Town.
that's right.
Population dangles.
Getting that value. So yeah, I think I've put I think my streak is 2 in a row.
Wow.
I've won back to back one time.
Braggart. Braggart. I haven't even done it once. 0 in a row.
But yeah, so I've been playing a ton of that, and I've also picked up Dragon Quest Builders 2
Woo.
because that came out in 2019, and I will bring it up at Game of the Year, even though it has no chance because I'm the only one who played it.
That's not how this is working.
That's true. That's true. This is my year to torpedo.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest Builders 2, number 1. It's a lot like Dragon Quest Builders 1. There is you get a little companion who comes around with you and fights with you, a little NPC who is very, very strong. So if you don't really like the combat stuff, you can kind of just let that little NPC handle it for you. If anybody has played the actual Dragon Quest 2, because Dragon Quest Builders 1 was loosely based off the plot from Dragon Quest 1, and Dragon Quest Builders 2 is loosely based off the plot of Dragon Quest 2.
Oh.
So the NPC that they give you is a very prominent person in the Dragon Quest game.
Is it Elric?
No.
Is that the name of the main Dragon Quester?
Erdrick.
Erdrick.
Yes, but it is not Erdrick.
Oh. Well, is it Slime? It was the only 2 Dragon Quest characters.
No, it is
Or
not
that
Slime.
kid who has the Trunks hair. Future Trunks hair.
Yeah, that's the main character.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But the main difference between it is the way you level up your town in the first game, which I really liked a lot better than the way they do it in this one, is you build buildings and you get points towards leveling up your town based on the quality of the building you make. So if you make like a really big mess hall or something like that, you'll get X points. If you add a bedroom to your town, you'll get X points, kind of thing. But the way they do it in this one is you get more and more townsfolk to join your town, and as they use the amenities that you have in the town, they'll give you little happiness points, and then the more happiness points that's what levels you up. So it's kind of time gated that way. So you can't just power level your town up. You have to wait for these people to eat breakfast every day because they'll give you 5 points when they eat breakfast, or go to sleep every day because they'll give you 2 points when they go to sleep.
Could you? Is it per person or is it per location?
Per person.
Oh, okay. So even if you had I have 1,000 restaurants or whatever, the one person only eats once, so you're only going to get.
That's right.
Oh, interesting.
So
maybe that was to avoid the exact thing I just described of I'm going to build 1,000 bedrooms. Look how many points my town has.
But I mean, if that's
nobody's sleeping in them.
If that's how you want to play your game, then I mean, leveling up your town isn't the big end goal of the campaign. It's just one step along the way. Every time you level up your town, you make your townsfolk a little more efficient.
Yeah.
So they'll gather resources a little faster or fight a little better when it's time to fight. But was it as automated in the first? Because I saw your lady who's a dab hand with a hoe. Yeah, dab hand with a hoe.
Just dab hand with a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Was just farming. Was just in there. She was just in there hoeing.
Yeah, she was
just
hanging
doing
that thing. In the first game, it was more. So let's say you have a building that let's say there's a cooking building.
Okay.
You have a bunch of things in there to cook.
A kitchen. We'll call it.
A kitchen, yes.
Lack of a better term.
We can call it a kitchen. So in the first game, if you had a kitchen, your people would just automatically work at it, and then you would just get foodstuffs in the chests that you set in the kitchen. Just over time, they would just maybe once every X minutes you would get something that would populate in this chest.
It just shows up.
It just shows
They
up.
didn't have to like physically cook
No.
a thing. And in 2, do they have to physically move the? Just takes the carrot out of the field and it goes into the chest. And
So far, at least with the town level I'm at, they can't do that stuff yet. So they can water the crops and they can till the soil.
but you still got to pick them.
But I still have to pick them.
That's
I
weird.
still have to plant them.
It's like I don't trust you guys enough to. You can watch over these crops, but just don't pick them.
Well, it's because I'm the builder, which is
It's like a rare power.
a very rare power. So, like, if a hole ends up in the side of these people's house, they'll just be like, "Well, there's a hole there now. Can't do anything about that." But I, as the builder, could fix it.
Use your power.
Yeah.
Kevin.
So yeah. So I
Porter
guess picking and planting things is, I guess, technically a builder power. So
Builder bridges.
we're not
too soon. It's all
we're
good.
not
It's all
talking
good.
about
It's
Death
all good.
Stranding.
Forget it.
Mine was fine. Mine
Yeah.
went under the radar enough that
Yeah.
no one even noticed.
Timed mine incorrectly.
But yeah, so that is so far my only complaint. That it just seems like they added a time gate to it where they just play longer. But especially since in the first game there was an achievement for beating it in a certain amount of time. So if you go past, if you beat it before 30 days game time pass, then you get an achievement. So I don't know how they're going to do that for this one with how it's gated, but
Yeah.
Can't
Maybe
you just
maybe
power
something.
nap like every other game? Like, I'm going to sleep for 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, and then your town's a metropolis.
you can only go to sleep during the night.
Okay.
So if it's nighttime, you can use a bed. If it's daytime, you can't.
Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Yeah, a lot of fun so
Dragon
far.
Quest Builders 2. Not Dragon Quest 2 Builders.
Dragon Quest Builders too.
Okay.
But yeah, I was randomly like, I kind of want to pick that game up, and I saw it was on sale at Best Buy, so I'm like, well, that's fate.
Just really just feel like I just want to bring a community together, bring people, reconnect people who've been kind of
Exactly.
separated.
Lost over the wilderness
Build-
to the
build
children of
structures
Hargon,
and-
chased them away, told them they can't build anything.
Like Harvest
I will
Moon
get
or
that
whatever
new
game.
Dragon Quest Builders 2, he said. That game everyone's still talking about.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I played. Played more Warcraft.
Yeah. Big raids, raiding all day, every day.
Falling off quick, man.
MC
Let me tell you.
Raiders.
Let me tell you, Phase 2 is being pushed back, so...
What? Why?
They said the server stability is not where they want it to be for PvP, for world PvP.
I'm furrowing my brow that their game that came out 15 years ago is the server architecture is not.
Well, because some of the larger servers still have layers, which
I
is
see.
different instances of the same area because
Yeah.
there's so many people in them. And they've openly said that once World PvP comes in, they're getting rid of all the layers on all the servers. And they've realized that some of the larger servers that still have 4-hour queue times,
That's insane, dude.
that those servers will not be able to handle having their layers taken away.
So I wonder, do you think the delay is we just need more people to fall off? We need more people to stop playing, and then we can do this.
Well, they still do server transfers, so they're hoping more people transfer off of these servers. But the reason people aren't transferring off of these servers is because they want to play with the streamers.
Ah, yes.
So you have streamer guilds that literally have 1,000 people in their guilds, and they're all online at the same time.
Man, and I've seen the streamers if you're on the same server as a huge streamer, it just seems like sometimes they make it unplayable, where it is just a group of 200 people just fucking rolling through enemy territory, decimating everything. This is dumb. This is a thing that it couldn't have existed in WoW Classic as it was.
I mean,
it only exists now because of
could have
where streaming and
existed,
everything
but,
is.
But it's definitely harder to organize that many people without the stream platform, right?
Streamers ruin everything, am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking everything's
Streamers. But yeah, so I got a couple more pieces of loot.
You got your benediction yet?
I got the first item that I need for the benediction. Beat. I had to roll against somebody, and I won with a 28 because I am just that good.
Out of 100.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Do you have the world? There's like a world drop you have to grind too, isn't
Yeah,
there?
and that's the part that's kind of like, man, I don't want to do that. Mostly because I'm a healer
Blind on
and
pickup too, isn't it? Like, I think
no,
you
I
have
can, I
to
can
get
buy it. I can buy it.
I remember it being hilariously rare, like 0.00002% or some bullshit.
It's not that bad. It is under 1%, but I think it's like 0.8 or 0.7 or 0.8 kind of thing.
That's not that bad.
So
That's only about 120 mobs you would expect.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm a healer, and
Just gotta get our streamer.
the other people that I know
Posse.
have pretty much already stopped playing. So,
Are you the last holder honor?
well, they are still pretending to play, but
like they just you're like, hey, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, I'm playing WoW, and then you log on and no one's online. You're like, hey, no, you're not. You liar.
yeah. So we'll see. I was thinking about logging on today and playing a bit, and then I'm like, I could just play Slay the Spire.
There's no shame.
I could just play Slay the Spire or Magic Online or Magic Arena.
What if you join the Horde?
Nope, that's
I was also thinking about
Oh,
that. Is
man.
just jumping over to Colin's server, and
leveling up
'Cause
another 60.
he's never gonna stop playing.
Seems
So
like it, yeah.
God.
I was thinking about that.
Bryce,
But,
what have you been up to?
Playing some Battlegrounds.
Players Unknowns Battlegrounds? What's
No,
Battlegrounds?
Hearthstone Battlegrounds.
What's Hearthstone Battlegrounds?
It's their take on the auto battler format.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me more.
Oh, you have not heard of this at all?
no,
Oh,
no,
shit.
I've legit not heard. Was this announced at BlizzCon?
You announced at BlizzCon, and it was open beta for people who pre-ordered or got an
Oh,
invite
shit.
for the last 5 days. Launches beta tomorrow for everybody.
Oh,
For the layman auto battler?
auto
chess,
chess.
teamfight tactics. You set up little
For the
units.
layman auto chess?
You know Warcraft 3.
Oliver Lame Man.
Let's go back to the beginning.
That's
Okay.
Warcraft. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Orcs versus humans.
Yes.
So then there's Warcraft 2, then Warcraft 3, and
There's
then
StarCraft in there as well.
somewhere.
You
But,
know.
but we're sticking
Okay,
with the Warcraft theme here.
Yep.
There's heroes in there that had special abilities. QWER, maybe. Who
This
knows?
is a gross over explanation. This is Bryce over explains.
Whatever. There's heroes
Yeah.
Yes.
in Dota, and they put those heroes on a chessboard, and they just have them like auto battle another group of heroes that are doing the same thing. So
That's
they just
right.
auto attack, and when they're charged or their special charges up, they do their big special thing.
I'm sort of. I've heard battle chess or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it like played like chess?
No.
Like
No,
each character has its own.
No. It's played on a
Set
board.
movement?
It's played on a grid.
And that's where the similarity ends.
Yeah.
Basically, you put pieces down on a grid. You and I are both playing the game, Oliver. I put my pieces down. You put your pieces down. The boards come together, and then the pieces come to life and just fight each other by themselves. We just watch. We just hang out, and the auto battle happens.
Yeah. But you choose your pieces. There's an economy aspect to it, and
Yeah,
mixing, matching,
There's a lot to it. A little bit of
tribal.
a little bit of deck building kind of
Deck
in there as
building.
well. I did not know there was a
Okay, I'm
Hearthstone.
caught up.
Yep.
Someone
Newest,
who-
hottest one.
Someone who loves
Super
auto
simplified.
battlers. Love auto battlers.
It is the Hearthstone of auto battlers. So there's no new grid. They're playing it on the Hearthstone boards.
Okay.
So at most you can have 7 units.
Okay.
They'll attack from left to right, attacking a random unit on the opposite side of the board, unless
Oh,
there's
okay.
taunt.
No, never mind. This is.
So it follows all the Hearthstone mechanics.
no, all right. You're talking me out of this.
Yeah.
So it's not.
This is just a game. This is just a different way to play Hearthstone. This is not.
It's an auto battler,
It's not. It's
It's
not an
the
auto
Hearthstone.
chess though, because it's not on a chessboard.
but it's on a Hearthstone board.
It's an auto battler.
Yeah.
It's still an auto battler because like TFT is played on hexes, right? TFT is not a chessboard either.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's no economy. Every turn, you start with 3 gold. At the start of the next turn, you'll have 4 gold, et cetera, et cetera. Any unspent gold is lost forever.
You picking cards from a shared pool.
Yep, shared pool. There's 18 in tier 1 up to tier 6.
Heroes staying on the board. Like what? Heroes die or they
Heroes
reset
stay on
every
the
time?
board. They'll reset back to full HP every time,
Okay,
and they also
okay.
keep any buffs you put on them at before the battle starts. So if you give something Divine Shield or +2/+2, it'll have that forever now.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Can the +2/+2s like keep stacking up?
Yep.
Okay.
Buff something
Okay.
super
Interesting.
crazy.
How do you win?
You defeat everyone else's life total. Bring it down to 0.
Like you attack. They have no creatures, and you attack them just like you're playing Hearthstone.
Similar, yes, but the attack power of the minions doesn't matter. What matters is what tier of unit it is and what tier your tavern is.
That's pretty standard.
So if you have a tier 6 unit, it'll do 6 damage to them if it's the only thing left on the battlefield.
Yeah, interesting. I'm totally gonna check that out. I love me some auto battlers.
You won't be able to play it till Tuesday unless you spend $60.
I'm not going to. That's okay though. I can wait till Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
That's all right. Nice. That's super quick.
Yeah.
15-minute games at most.
That's maybe the biggest drawing point.
Yeah.
It's because all the like Dota Underlords, TFT. I haven't played Auto Chess in a long time. I don't know how that one still is. They're all like 40 minutes.
Oh yeah.
A long time for just like if you want to pop a game on your phone or whatever.
It's already like on your phone.
Oh my god!
You have a phone.
I have a phone. That's cool. Underlords had a big update.
Yeah, same with TFT. I kind of want to jump back and try it out. But the
really
learning curve would just be terrible.
Underlords is... I think Underlords might be the one for me.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
It's already on your phone, too.
Yeah.
End of the game.
Yeah. You should try Underlords. I know you're not a Dota man, but it is... As an auto battler, it is my favorite.
I've tried the other ones. May as well give it a go.
Yeah. I didn't care for TFT very much.
I like the aesthetic. The window dressing.
I really like the aesthetic as well, but I didn't like... There's a lot of things... I like where the heroes are... I like the musical chairs. That was a really cool idea. Where the heroes are all like going in a circle, and you have to physically run over and grab one. And if you're garbage like I am, you're like, I fucked it up again.
Not gonna get any good shit.
Great job.
Yup.
What's the name of this? Hearthstone Battlegrounds.
Hearthstone Battlegrounds.
Oh, interesting.
Coming to a tavern near you. That.
What else you play?
I haven't played, but Fire Emblem Three Houses got another DLC update.
I thought you were about to start chill. I haven't played, but Death Stranding sucks.
That's good. That's good. And the sauna's out.
In Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's disappointing. Not worth it. I haven't bought the DLC.
Do the characters have like sauna costumes at least? Are they like in towels at least when they're in the sauna?
They're in like tracksuits.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're like very loose fitting.
Isn't that more clothes than they usually wear?
Yeah, a lot more clothes. Like
I guess you want to
like
sweat.
in the first like screenshot I saw, I was like, oh, these are male characters. So I assume the female character's wearing nothing at all. But no, they're also very covered up and
in a sauna.
It's not very
I'm not.
Japan.
No. As a man who is deep into Persona 5 right now, I like my anime
scantily clad.
Disgusting and filthy. Yes. That's exactly what I like.
You can also, if you buy this DLC, you can pet the dogs. But as a free-to-play person like myself,
no, I'm not.
I can't pet the dog.
Fuck that. That's straight up because of that fucking Twitter "Can you pet the dogs" thing.
That's it.
Okay.
So are you picking it up?
I'm not picking it up. That's horseshit.
Is it like game add-on? Is it like extra fights, extra maps, or is it like just
you can recruit Anna, the merchant. She can be part of your squadron now, but that's the only aspect that affects gameplay.
So it's just like an extra character and maybe some skins.
Yeah, you get some costumes. There's a costume, and maybe you can have glasses for the main character now.
Oh,
as a man who wears glasses, I'm in.
Is it full price DLC? Is it $20?
Nintendo's been doing these like the pass things, so I think if you spend the 15 or 20, you just get it all. Yeah, and any future DLC that will come out as well.
Fire Emblem Three Houses: The Sauna.
Yeah,
great.
Lame.
I played a lot of Persona 5 this week. Speaking of,
oh shit,
I'm 40 hours in. Just crested 42 or something.
But they're doing Japan right.
What is Fire
Disgusting?
Emblem?
No.
Oh
Persona.
yes. Oh yeah. No, it's let me just chew on this for a second. My homeroom teacher. All right, let's call her Ms. K for anonymity's sake. Initially told me. Well, all right. As I'm getting ahead of myself, is a maid. I don't know why we called this cat maid service. Oh, because my dumb horny teenage friends were like, we gotta call this number, you guys. Girls. So I called them. Well, they made me call because they're like, you do it. No, you do it. I'm like, all right, children, I'll do it. So I called, and then they ran away when like someone actually showed up and they're like, oh, we gotta go. And I stayed. Turned out that maid, Ms. K, moonlighting as a maid. I'm like, Ms. K, what's going on? Why are you moonlighting as a maid? Stop calling me master. That's weird.
She's a cat.
She's not a cat, but the maid service was cat maid on the front. I thought we were getting a cat maid. Yeah. She was just a human maid.
Oh,
disappointingly.
Was she dressed up in a cat suit?
No cat. No tat
tail?
at all. No tail,
No
nothing.
ears?
No,
Oh.
no. The maid on the flyer had ears. So when she showed up, I was like, what the fuck is
Just
this?
turn her away at the door.
No wonder she's not getting any calls. But anyway, she told me she was moonlighting as a maid because she had to make more money to pay her sister's medical bills or something. And she's like, you don't tell anyone about this. All right, here's the deal. You don't tell anyone about this, I'll give you straight A's, basically. I'll let you fuck around in my class. You do whatever you want in my class. And I'll give you good marks. I was like, fucking, all right, let's do this. And then I learned that was a bunch of bullshit. She did not have a sick sister. She did not. I'm trying
She
to.
gave you F's?
No, she
okay.
lets me screw around in the class, which is nice, but did
great.
not have a sister. I can't remember. It was just her, like, it was her fake story. It was part of her character. It was part of the character, the maid character she had to come up with or something. But I kept calling her.
Oh.
Yeah, and she promised if I call her enough, she'll give me a special massage. To quote, anywhere you want, Matt. Yes. Special massage. It does Japan the best.
You're a teacher.
Yeah, Ms. K is it's platonic relationship. Doesn't have to be, apparently.
Forbidden.
That's right. The forbidden love. That's exactly right. Yeah, we're about 40 hours into Persona. Less than halfway, it sounds like. Like
that sounds about a third.
Like way less than halfway, in a way that we'll probably be playing until the new year sometime.
How long did it take you?
I never finished it.
I'm farther
close
than
were
Kev
you?
is.
He's way farther than I was. Yeah.
really? Way,
I thought
way
you put in a
farther.
good 70 plus hours.
No, I got about 25, 30 hours in. But Matt is doing like quick-ish.
Yeah, I skip a lot of
playthrough.
shit. I skip the recaps, which is every 2 minutes.
I was not. I was each new zone that I went to, I would recruit every single persona because you'll never know when you're gonna need one.
Catch them all.
You should just play like I do and literally never recruit personas ever. And if someone's like, well, you need to have this persona, I guess we're not seeing that part of the game.
And then every time I had an opportunity to go to the extra dungeon, I would go there and spend a bunch of time there. So yeah, I put in like 30 hours, like 10 hours less than Matt has put in, and made it to I think I finished the painting castle.
It's Madarame. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I finished the Madarame fight.
It's Yusuke's mentor.
And then I started on the next one, which I don't even remember what it was anymore.
Kanishiro. Those Makoto's. Those the loan shark. Was blackmailing student president.
I think I started it, but I don't think I ever figured out who the bad person was for that. So, yeah.
Why'd you stop?
You missed it. She's the best one.
It was just too much.
Okay.
It was. I mean,
much Japan
it's
for one man
not
to handle.
it's not that it wasn't a good game. It's just like the way I played it. I wasn't prepared for the 250 hours that it was going to take me.
Oh, okay.
So I just gave up early.
Fair. Would you go back? Like, turn it to easy difficulty and just blitz through?
No, that's not how.
Yeah.
You can't really do that.
No, that's not a thing.
No, I don't think it's the type of game for me.
Persona's not hard. Persona's not long because it's hard. It's long because it's long.
Meaty content.
Yeah, long, hard, and meaty.
Just like Japan likes it.
Is it like just filled with like filler? Is because it's long, or
There's just a
the
lot of
content?
things. There's a lot of things you can do if you want to, and when I play RPGs like that, I like to see all the things. It's like when I was playing Andromeda. I was 100%ing every planet before moving on.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
You're playing Andromeda.
I'm so sorry, man. You should play Death Stranding. That'd be.
I don't think there's any way I can play Death Stranding.
It would be literally impossible to 100% some of those spots. It's a fun ride. I'm enjoying Persona quite a bit. It's great music. I like being a dumb high school student who's trying to score with girls.
Gotta get your guts up.
I gotta get my guts up. I gotta get my charm up. This cool doctor that I was seeing who was like inventing a cure for this unknown disease and was also giving me like little Molly Percocets on the side. You know what I'm saying? I don't have enough charm for her. She's like, we hung out a bunch, and she drugged me a bunch. It's consensual drugging.
Of course.
And then was like, you're not good looking enough for me anymore. You got to get better looking. I'm like, wow. Wow. And so did like my main school girlfriend. She this doctor's old. She's just my side doctor. You know what I'm saying? My main school girlfriend, who is my age, also we went on a bunch of dates. She's super cool, and then out of nowhere, it was just like, "Oh, your charm needs to be 5." It goes for you start at 1 and it ends at 5 is the max.
Oh, okay.
And I was on like charm 2 or 3 or whatever. She's like, "Oh, this is not." I figure we're going on a double date, and this other girl said she thinks my boyfriend is lame, so you have to prove to her that you're not lame. Come back when you're charming. Like, what the fuck? But she rides a motorbike, so I mean, she's pretty cool. She's very cool.
She's got 5 charm.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game.
Could you just choose to study every single day instead of doing things?
I mean, you're a big fucking nerd. Yeah. Well, you have to. you have to go in and save you have to do the palaces, or I think you get a game over if you don't save the key targets.
Yeah, they give you X amount of days to do each phase. So like you do the first castle, and you'll have like, let's say 26 days from when the castle opens to when you have to finish it.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't finish it, you get a game over. But yeah, if you wanted, you could spend 24 of those 26 days just reading books.
Sweet.
Getting smarter.
Yeah.
Sure could. Or you try and go on dates with girls. That's what I'm trying to do, man.
Go.
I'm just trying to
Study. Get girls later.
No, popularity leads to intimacy. All right, I live above this coffee shop where the owner's never there, so we could get up to all sorts of hijinks at night.
Ooh.
It's where my maid comes over. It's my room. I actually got to clean my room. I'm saying, it's a very sexy game, I guess. What can I tell you? I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. It's dumb. It's really stupid, but it's
the best kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I remember playing a Persona game it had to have been the original PlayStation, Persona 2 probably.
Do you remember if you remember how they summon their personas, we could figure out,
No
put a gun,
idea.
do they shoot themselves in the head?
No idea.
Did they put the glasses on? And
This
go
was
on
in
the
an age
TV?
when like what was on PlayStation 1? There was
Siphon filter.
There was like Final Fantasy 7. There's Wild Arms. There was
Siphon filter.
No, I'm talking about Japanese RPGs.
Oh,
Also Siphon Filter.
Legend of the Dragoon.
Legend of the Dragoon, and then Persona. This popped up because at that time, I don't even know what year PlayStation 1 was, but I was totally deep into anime.
I think you mean Shin Megami Tensei,
No,
Persona
it was
1,
Persona 2.
Shin Megami Tensei, Persona 2.
Sure, whatever. And I just remember like, yeah, fucking anime characters. I love it.
Woo!
I don't think I ever... It didn't really leave an impression on me except that like some of the characters are like, yeah, very attractive. That's it.
Some of the characters in this game very attractive.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad they kept that.
But they
They kept that feature.
some of the characters in this game you have more than just being very attractive going for them, you know?
Yeah.
Some of them are just very attractive. There's very few things to say good about. She's pretty, I guess, but
Fucking 13-year-old me was like, yeah, that it didn't need any much more than being attractive.
the real message about the thing Persona teaches you is that attractiveness is about what's in your heart, Oliver. It's not about
I didn't learn that from that game.
It's not about it's about what's in your heart. It's not about what you look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I learned that lesson
again.
from
13-year-old me didn't learn that lesson.
Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball Team.
Yeah.
It's what's in your heart.
It's what's in your heart. It's not about these girls in swimsuits. I
And-
mean, I do have the swimsuit DLC if anyone wants to pop by. We can see what their swimsuits look like.
Check them out.
You have the DLC, you might as well check it out.
Might as well check it out.
Yeah.
They're
paid for it,
honestly like less revealing than just their default Persona costumes, which are these like impossibly form-hugging. It's like they're wearing body paint in a lot of cases. Persona 5. We'll keep playing on the stream. I also played Red Dead 2 on PC. It is more Red Dead. It has a ton of issues on PC.
Really?
Most folks can't even get it to launch, which is really fucked up. I didn't have that problem, but I have to launch it through a VPN to get connected to my friends online, which again is apparently just a common issue, not a thing that is unique to me. That online has been it's been very broken, very, very, very broken in some ways. That like this game's been out for a year, you guys.
Are you replaying the story?
Not yet, but I might eventually, maybe.
I really wanted. I thought about it today.
That's a good. I replayed like half of it on Xbox. Is the thing. So I don't know if I want to do that first.
Does it look good on PC?
It looks
does.
amazing.
Yeah.
It is. Video games look so fucking good right now. It's every time I play like Modern Warfare, I'm like, this is the best looking game ever. Anytime I play Death Stranding, I'm like, this is the best looking game ever. And same thing with Red Dead 2. We're like, this is man.
Well, that's the thing too, because I was thinking about it as I was starting to play Death Stranding. I'm like, fuck, this is a good looking game.
It's a really good looking game.
It holds up against like PC counterparts. Well, it doesn't have a counterpart yet, but I mean like Red Dead and whatever the hell else you're playing on PC.
I mean, it does not run at 60, but Red Dead on PC runs at 60, which is real sexy. Yeah, it's more Red Dead doing the online thing. And then I played Death Stranding. Little ditty called Hideo Kojima Presents, a Hideo Kojima game directed by Hideo Kojima. Do you know Hideo Kojima shows up 6 times in those opening credits?
Story by Hideo Kojima.
Yep. And then it leaves you with the last like screen goes black, white text that just says
Direct.
Hideo Kojima, and then the words directed by appear after. Like
Yeah. I was actually just wondering if that would like repeat itself like it did in Metal Gear 5.
Credits every time a song plays,
Yeah.
every time like the camera pulls way back and the music hits. By Hideo Kojima.
He just loves seeing his name on games.
Loves it. Oh my goodness. We're gonna talk about some Death Stranding here. We'll keep it spoiler free. Obviously, we will not discuss anything in the story, and we will not discuss specific game mechanics. We'll avoid it where we can, because I think a lot of the joy in that game is kind of discovering the upgrades. It is
You think so?
totally for me anyways.
I guess. Like I haven't seen any sort of upgrade yet, but I mean I'm really early too. I'll talk about my impressions.
Yeah, we won't talk about anything before chapter 3 or onwards. I will make sure I do not mention. You get a bunch of unlocks where it's like, oh,
Okay.
here's like it kind of opens up in a way of like, here's all the stuff, here's the toys.
There will be a spoiler cast eventually.
Yeah,
We talked
probably.
about it
Yeah,
briefly?
if we finish it in a timely fashion.
Sure.
If you still like it after.
That's
Ooh.
very true.
Also
That's
that.
very,
also
very
that.
true.
It could drop off.
Totally.
For sure.
If you haven't heard, somehow, Death Stranding is the newest game from Hideo Kojima. The man who made all them Metal Gears and that Zone of the Enders.
Yep. And that Snatcher.
And that's Snatcher. Did he make Police Knots? It was Snatcher, right? But he just is a big fan of Police Knots.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out the...
Or the inverse of that.
Yeah, maybe he made Police Knots and is a big fan of Snatcher.
Something like
that might make way more sense.
I don't have no idea.
It is a game about delivering packages. Yes, which is kind of I mean, it's not a big secret at this point. You are Norman Reedus as Sam.
Sam.
Seems like might be his only real name.
The naming convention's kind of weird.
Yeah,
It's like
we cast off our slave names.
Well,
in the
I mean,
past.
like, would you be like Matt
podcaster?
Yes,
I'd be Matt Mike Man. Matt
podcaster talking reckless?
No, Matt Mikeman.
Okay, sure, I guess.
And then if you and I formed a contract, I'd be Matt Mikeman Swag, I guess. I don't know. You're a reporter. You're literally a reporter. You're taking packages from A to B, like literal individual packages that you are either
Throwing on your backpack.
putting on your backpack or carrying in your hands, or you can like tie them to your arms and legs. And you are trying to get them from A to B in kind of what seems like this post-apocalyptic. I'm not super clear on the state of the world yet.
There's something that happened.
Yeah, America got blowed up, it seems like.
Yeah. And then like something,
and it's also like hilariously small now because you're seeing the strand across the map, and you're like, I walked across.
Yeah, I'm like
1,000 miles.
I'm in middle America right now. It's weird, but it's really interesting. It lays out this world where
the Death Stranding happened.
The Death Stranding happened, and that's super vague. But
Seems to be
now
an
that there's
event
these
of some
fucking
kind.
these ghosts, and now like
Called BTs.
yeah, and like for some reason when bodies like corpses decompose like super fast, and when they get to that point, like they will fucking go atomic.
So the way if 48 hours and a corpse will
necrotize.
Is it necrotize? I think there's another. It's like necrosticize.
Necrosis.
I think it might be necrosticize or something weird.
They explode and but they're super dangerous. So it's important that you get
totally
them.
right.
So it's important that you get these bodies to an incinerator so that it doesn't happen that way.
They turn into a BT after 48 hours. They make a BT, and if a BT touches a corpse, then you get a void out.
A void out, yeah.
That's the big explosion.
How about this fucking terminology, fellas?
You guys picking up?
Hit me with a void out.
You got a
no,
bacon
that's bad.
tomato.
They make void outs
it's gonna explode.
They make void outs seem really big, like would crater Edmonton. Like void outs, one void out could like turn Edmonton into a crater.
So you haven't tested and made a void out happen?
I've tried. I don't want to say too much. We're trying to keep it very vague. I've tried, and you through the course of the story, you do see a few. You see void outs here and there, and they are quite destructive.
Can you like kill a couple NPCs like right off the bat and just leave the two corpses beside each other? Like kill one and then 5 minutes later kill the other?
I
It's
think
not
all your weapons are non-lethal. I haven't found a way to kill anybody yet, and that includes like pushing them off the tallest mountain. Like I went down a similar rabbit hole to you of like, what if I kill somebody and leave them there for 48 hours? Like I was going to try and recreate this scenario, but I don't know if you can.
I don't think so, because
NPCs.
like you fight these like bandits or whatever, and like you just sort of knock them out.
Yeah, you have a rope that you can like kind of
Choke
CQC them
them out,
with,
yeah.
so you can hit them with a suitcase, which is you can throw the suitcase at them, which is really fucking funny.
At any rate, there's a lot of shit going on in the story that is super vague and very mysterious. Whereas Norm Reedus' character Sam has something called dooms, or that's a characteristic of some people called dooms.
I think
capital D-O-O-O.
Yeah. The S I think stands for
S.
syndrome.
3
S.
O's, damn.
No, sorry, not 3 O's. I
D-O-O-O-M-S.
just got carried away.
I think the S stands for syndrome. I haven't learned what the DOOM stands for yet.
But this characteristic allows them to sense these BTs, these beached things.
He's also a repatriate.
And also a
Because
repatriate, which means
Patriots are from Metal Gear, so I don't know. What if we just put a re on the front of it, I guess.
which means he doesn't necessarily die, and he has a chance to sort of swim back to life.
It's very confusing.
Are H's anything?
H's?
I don't know. We the DHR. I'm solving the puzzle here. We got dooms.
Oh.
We got repatriates.
Oh,
The unconnected
shit.
letter.
And Kojima loves English anagram Rat Patrol 01. Oh, shit. It is very vague and confusing. All that said, I've just started chapter 3, and
At your point, are they sort of like trickling information about
totally
this?
a little bit,
Okay,
a
good.
little bit. I have learned a little bit about the Death Stranding, and like I feel like there are like a lot of the early criticism of Death Stranding that I heard anyways was like. The world has no logic. It's just like things happen because Kojima's like, and then what if this happened? What if Mads was smoking angrily or whatever? Like, there's definitely a logic to this world and rules to this world. And Sam doesn't really know him, and I, the player, don't really know him. But we're learning. It's kind of making sense in a way. Where I'm like, okay, all right, okay. I sort of.
You think the lines will be connected, and it's not going to be. It's whatever you think it is.
Well, no, I totally think it'll be whatever you think it is by the end. Yeah, I think it'll be a
terrible.
metaphorical message about whatever. We're all in purgatory, or I don't know. But
Make sure you contact your friends within 20 or 48 hours, or they'll explode emotionally.
That's true
that's-
words, Bryce.
yeah.
Void out is just a place in our hearts.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to contact all my friends right now.
Hey, boys.
Anyone that I haven't contacted in the last 48 hours.
Please don't explode.
Don't void out on me.
Yeah, please.
But I am like kind of I like the cutscenes in the story. Like I am sort of learning. I feel like I'm getting a grasp of what is happening. I've learned what void outs are, and I've learned how they happen, and they start to play with those mechanics in interesting ways. And I kind of like the very loose story they're telling. I also think I've totally maybe figured out some of the late plot twists that they are very clumsily setting up in a way that like they show credits for who plays the actors in such a way that either maybe they just ran out of budget and were like, we need these characters to play the. Anyways,
I don't know what you're getting at, but I mean, I don't have any sort of insight to any of that. I'm way too early in the game for it.
you're only slightly behind I am.
Yeah,
where I am.
yeah.
I'll tell you.
But again,
I'll
like,
tell you what I
not-
think after the
Yeah,
podcast.
I feel like it's gonna
I'll just
keep
say,
moving.
I'm just say we haven't seen the last of the president of jack shit.
President of Jack. You're the president of Jack. Shit.
President of jack shit.
I like that.
I laughed. I
I just
paused the game and had a good hearty chuckle. Of like, yeah,
But yeah, like
great.
it's these like picking up this game and starting it from the beginning and seeing these cutscenes and seeing this vague shit. I'm like, yes, I am in a Hideo Kojima game,
Yeah.
and this in a way where I was like, this is what Metal Gear 5 teased, but did not follow through on. And now that I know that he had whatever time he needed to complete this game and did not complain about like being like rushed out the door or whatever, I'm like, fuck yeah, I am in it again. And this in a way where I'm like, I've been vocal about being super annoyed of the lead up about this game, and like I just wanted to have it in my hands and wanted to play it. Now that I have it in my hands, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm all about this. Because it's still vague.
honeymoon phase though. Do you not like? I very much feel like I'm in the honeymoon phase
Probably.
with this new Kojima game.
Probably.
I'm like, oh, he's such a genius. Oh yeah, the way I'm feeling what he wants me to. Oh, the master.
And
like,
I mean, I'm not. I'll admit that I'm not super into the gameplay, but linking these little cutscenes and getting to the next story beat is something I'm like really striving for, because I know, well, there's a story to be told, and I'm really interested in the story that he's telling.
What is the gameplay? You've mentioned.
it's a great
like,
question.
That's a good question.
You're a bridge builder. It's like
Moving from
cities,
place to place.
You are
and then
literally
you deliver packages.
yes. Every mission, at least so far that I've experienced, takes the form of you are either bringing. It's all everything's in city in knots. They're called little like outposts. And you are taking either one thing from one outpost to another, or you're going out into the world and bringing something back to, like, hey, we need the MacGuffin that's out there. We need to bring back the MacGuffin for us. You bring back the MacGuffin.
All right.
I don't think it's a spoiler to say, like, the thing about this is that there are just little encampments or towns or whatever, and it's on Sam to sort of link these together, because there was an expedition that had a person sort of quest out across America from east to west, set up these encampments with the idea to link America back together. What do they call them?
The chiral network. We are literally putting them back on the internet, but it's an internet where you can send like materials and matter and things.
Yeah, but that didn't really turn out the way that they wanted to, and now
Now it's up to Sam.
The current president wants Sam to, hey, let's finish what we started. Let's do this. And these fucking couriers are like heroic people. Like people hold these people, like they hold these people in high regard.
Because the world is fucked. So anytime it rains, these things called the BTs show up, which are like the weird undead things that only you can sense. And it's a whole like world notwithstanding. The gameplay is taking packages from they're from spot to spot, and it's all about like the main gameplay loop is you overcoming topography. You being like, I need to get from here to here. There's a canyon. There's a like 500-foot deep canyon in my way. How am I going to do it? Am I going to bring climbing ropes and try to like climb all the way down and then ladder up the other side? I can go this way, but there's a river.
Or go a long way, find like safe passage.
Totally.
There's
And also
a matter internet, but you can't create a vehicle.
It's all broken up. So once you reconnect the matter internet, then you can. Then,
Yeah.
And like I don't know if you can. The vehicles do exist.
Yeah.
You find a bike pretty early on, and they've shown the bike in the trailer.
But also,
and I know
yes,
there are
a
others.
literal pedal bike, but you won't be able to like make a flying machine to deliver these packages a little more efficiently.
So that might be where it goes.
Okay.
Like as you the gameplay loop is overcoming this topography, and already it's like the first run, like getting across a river was the biggest fucking deal for me because it's too deep, and if you go in it, all your packages get swept downstream.
Yeah, and you got like exhaustion and stuff, and sometimes the streams too.
But that seems so unnecessary if there's a matter internet.
I mean, you're there to spread it. You're there to
Is there a dead zone outside these towns where technology just ceases to function?
Yep.
Well, not necessarily like that, but like there is this chiral network where once you reach the border, then it just kind of
You got
doesn't
nothing.
exist.
And as long as you're
So you
in,
have to connect to these towns and spread this chiral network.
and while you're in the
But functioning physical machines couldn't operate outside of that?
no, they can. You
They
can.
can,
You can
yeah.
take. It's very dangerous because the BTs, these like weird undead things, are
it
between
makes
then and now.
noise and attracts the zombies.
Totally. And
Okay.
remember, if anybody touches a zombie, it is like a fucking destroy Alberta size of it is like 10 Hiroshima nukes going off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it is a bad idea to be outside, which is why these porters are supposed to be such big deals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Silent Hill DNA in here as well that I've sort of realized.
It's weird that they like idolize this guy because every time I go, they're like, "Oh, the legendary Sam Porter Bridges."
It feels weird in a way.
Oh man, I'm just like a mailman.
I'm kind of all over the place, but like you are in
Don't sell
this.
yourself short.
You're in this world that feels totally empty in a way that like I wonder if that is gonna, because you've never seen people. They're always like they're in the bottom of the shelter and you just send their package on a conveyor belt and then they hologram up. They're like, hey, I'm just gonna give me 1 sec for the package. Oh, everything looks good. Thanks, buddy. And like it's weirdly empty in this like purgatory-esque way where there's like only a couple other characters that you're ever interacting face to face with. And like just like Big Boss or just like Punish Snake, like Sam kind of doesn't really talk very much and it's a little weird. But you are getting kind of back to the gameplay stuff. You are overcoming these natural obstacles, canyons, rivers, whatever. And then you are gaining abilities to kind of just do that better. So pretty early on, it's not a spoiler to say that you unlock a bridge and you can make a bridge over that river. So whereas previously I had to like go all the way around and I ended up like climbing up this plateau and then putting a rope on the other side so I could like rappel myself over the river, I could just build a bridge and walk across it. It's really easy. And once you connect those chiral networks, then you are kind of in a like Dark Souls-esque way, you are seeing other real players' structures will start appearing in your games. Ooh. And for some reason that gets better. I don't know how or why, but that you will start to see more and more of them as you connect more places.
So you say like you build a bridge. Is it like you put the foundation down and you gather materials for the foundation and then you plank by plank start adding pieces to this bridge, or is it I want a bridge, press the bridge button,
pull out your bridge gun?
It's not bridge gun. It is kind of a bridge gun, but you do have to bring materials. So a big part of it, like and those materials are heavy. So I had a situation where I couldn't physically carry all the material I need to make my bridge. So I built most of my bridge kind of on the way to a destination, thinking like, well, I'll grab more material here and I'll hit it on the way back. Because another big thing is you're like kind of planning out routes of like, okay, I'm gonna grab all the stuff for these 5 places, and then I'm gonna go here, like trying to make efficient delivery routes. And then when I had come back on my way back, somebody else, another player, had contributed materials to my bridge, and my bridge was just done. So I was like, wow, that was like the first kind of moment for me where it really hit in a way. Like on the way back, I was like, oh, I forgot to get that metal. Fucking, I have to go all the way around this river now. It's gonna make my time go up. I'm gonna get a bad score on this or whatever. And that bridge was totally done. And it was this real, like I felt like Death Stranding worked on me in that moment. We're like, okay, it's kind of we're working together. I sort of get it, and more structures start appearing as you get through it. So you're kind of like watching the neighborhood come up around you in a way where the first kind of settlements I started around now used to be completely barren, and now there are bridges and post boxes and like things to charge your vehicle up all over the place. It is so incredibly easy to get across now. Whereas 10 hours ago and however many deliveries ago, that was like, oh my God. It was that initial river, like seriously really fucked me in a bad way where all my packages floated downstream and I had to run down to a bend in the river where they all collected and then fucking throw them back on my back. And
I wonder how they choose to sort of like pair that up in your world, or like have all those in your world, because I imagine like if it was just like everybody, there'd be bridges and fucking post boxes and like recharge towers or generators or whatever all over the place. But like there's not that, and
it definitely starts sparse. Like you see like 1 or 2, and then you know a little while later you're like, oh man, there's like a bunch of ladders here now, and then a little while later you're like, oh, structures are popping up.
Yeah. There are signs that are kind of super annoying too.
You can get rid of those. Also, the nice thing is because it's your world, you can just delete anything if you're like someone built a bridge and you're like, man, I fucking hate where that bridge is. You can just get rid of it. You can just delete that bridge if you want.
And then just collect the resources?
I wouldn't assume I've never done it. I wouldn't assume you get the resources back because other people have put them in or whatever.
Yeah.
But if somebody, like the signs are a great thing where you can just get rid of those signs. If you don't like those signs, it's like one button as you're walking over them, delete sign, and it goes away.
There was a sign that I did find in like this remote area that kind of led me to this one NPC that was like, okay, that's handy.
Yeah,
thank you for that. And you can like these things. Like
that's the currency.
Hit that like button.
You're giving. Don't forget to smash that like button.
Oh, you smash it too because they give you a little timer.
Yeah,
and you want to give them as many likes as you want, so you're smashing it.
As you level up, that timer gets bigger. I got 8 seconds now to give likes instead of 5. Feeling pretty good. But it is like this kind of like Dark Souls connected worlds where yes, you're seeing signs and you can like you're seeing other players' routes even where
you see their footsteps.
Yeah, and there are things you unlock later which I won't go into here because I think the fun for me right now, the story is very cool, but it's very sparse. Where like you get a cutscene every, it feels like 5 or 6 hours. Granted, I am like,
you're doing like the side missions.
Yeah, and I'm really taking my time. Where like after somebody completed my bridge, I went on this crazy spree where I built like 7 or 8 of them over every river to this place because like that. I want to do that for somebody else. I want somebody else to just like see all these bridges and be like, "Wow, this is amazing!" and then give me 100,000 likes on the way. Hopefully, is the idea.
Is your like currency? Does it actually do anything, or is it just feel good?
I think it does. No, you're leveling up. You have like these stats that you're leveling up, and some of them seem to be related to the likes you get, and I'm not really sure.
The UI in this is fucking just cluttered.
Yeah. Also, the text is hilariously fucking tiny.
Super small.
This is maybe the most trouble I've ever had reading text on my television. Ever.
Yeah.
It is so fucking small, and there is so much
small.
of it. There is so much.
Yeah.
Like whatever I am, 12 hours in the game, there are like 500 emails I have, and every single one of them is like 6 pages of tiny text. There are like 40 interviews, and every single one is 3 pages of tiny text. And I want to read it all.
I totally want to read it all.
It's all super interesting, but it is literally too small. It is. I have to get out of my chair and move closer to my television, and I don't think there's an option.
Oh, I wish there was. I hope they fix that because it is tiny.
It feels broken. How
and again,
small it
like
is.
you'll accept these orders or these missions or whatever, and then there's just a bunch of stuff that they throw at you, like a loadout screen, fucking a fabrication screen.
You can pick where you put every single package to affect your center of gravity.
Yeah.
So if you have a really long thing on your back, your center of gravity's fucked, or if you build it straight up, your center of gravity is like a little less fucked. You're peeing.
One of the it's kind of annoying and kind of dumb at how complicated it is. It does simplify things. Like there's an auto redistribute your weight kind of thing, and like
you just press that every time and you're good.
Yeah, hold down X to just collect all stuff, and it's good. It's really really cluttered, and that's my biggest gripe. That and the small text is like, holy shit, this is too much.
But it's very vague, like intentionally so, about almost all that stuff. It seems like I'm gaining the ability to do things that I don't think I can do. Like I'm leveling up a stat, and it's like you can do 3 of these now, and I'm like I don't know what either of those words are. This must be a thing that comes later, I guess. I don't know. For me, the joy right now is the cutscenes, and then like getting new upgrades. The upgrades are super unique, and some of them are really fucking fun in ways.
You say I'm right behind you, so just give me a little taste, like movement, or like
I don't want
storage capabilities. No, don't.
Both. You'll get better at everything. You'll get
because
movement. You're very close to one big upgrade where when I got it, I was like, okay, let's fucking now we're cooking. Let's do this.
Sweet, yeah.
But those keep coming in a way that like. The upgrades are super fun, and as you get them and get higher level ones, it's like, again, I don't want to say any of them because every single one you're like, this is fucking hell yeah. Like, it's just the littlest thing too of like, I'm not gonna fall in the mud anymore. Fucking awesome! Finally, it's a weird game.
There's some
about.
Really cool shit to this game though. I don't like when you're sort of like. So when it rains, that's usually when these BTs come out, right?
And it doesn't rain; time falls.
Time falls, Kevin. Time falls.
It is
right.
It is what? It accelerates the time of anything it hits, so your equipment ages super fast. Or
it corrodes.
Like, if it hits a photo, that photo will artificially age.
I think there was a scene earlier where it hits his hair and it actually like turns white or something.
Yeah, it ages whatever it hits.
Yep. Again, vague and weird.
So if you have packages on your back, your packages are aging as they're getting time fault on, which is fucking bad news.
Also, the BTs come out at this point, and like you have this little thing that fucking squawks at you or whatever, and
clacker.
It sort of shows sort of shows you where these things will be or are.
Points to the nearest one.
Because again, like your Doom's characteristic paired with this little baby on your chest allow you to see Did we mention the baby? We didn't mention the baby.
I was gonna actually just ask that because all the trailers and everything, you see this baby mounted in your chest.
Yep.
So I was gonna be like, so do you start with the baby? Is the baby
You do not start with the baby.
a package that you get and you have to deliver the baby somewhere? Is this like the entire story of the game is about the baby?
Not necessarily. A baby is they stress people who are in the know stress. Hey, this baby, don't get attached to this baby. It's only a piece of equipment.
They only last a year. We've never had a story of a baby lasting more than a year.
Yeah.
We got to replace them usually.
And again, paired with the Doom's characteristic, these allow these porters, these couriers to see where these BTs are. Right.
Paired with a Doom, it seems like it might amplify Dooms or something.
Yeah, and so these Sam in particular will have this baby that I don't know, just allows him to sort of avoid these things or have the capability to, move around these things.
What if you leave the baby out in the rain?
If the baby gets wet, it gets mad.
The baby
And
has
it's
like a stress level.
Not
yeah.
the rain, it's the time fall.
It's timefall.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's timefall.
But
But you can submerge the baby, like as you're walking through a river, because he's on your chest. If BB goes underwater, she gets fucking pissed off.
Yep.
And if he gets too pissed off, you got to go back to your private room and sleep. And then there's like a whole Norman Reedus Tamagotchi mode where you're in your private room and like I know we talked last year about how like Red Dead doesn't respect your time. Holy fucking shit! Does Death Stranding have like anytime you deliver something, there's a cutscene of you like taking the box off, putting the box in. There's the box, goes up
the conveyor belt.
Here's my useless throwaway cutscene of the guy being like, "Hey, you're a really great man, Sam. Thanks so much. Let me check the package. Great. That fist bump me, buddy." Like every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time you go into your house, you got a fucking elevator goes down. He falls asleep. He wakes up. He redoes the fucking handcuff on his arm. And like
same thing.
super slowly sits there, and you're like, "Sam, go take a shower because that's how we make grenades." And he and he slowly gets up and takes a shower, and then it's like, "We've collected your wastewater," and it like shows you like little vials of dirty water, and is like,
Sure, use this
"Here you
grenades."
go." And then you take a poop, and you're like, "This will just be like a brown like in the grenade thing, right?" No, it's just blue water, which is like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, for sure. Like there's these like little cutscenes that are
So
completely
slow.
skippable.
5 Monster Energy drinks on your table always. You can drink them before you go out if you want.
Yep.
You can go and fucking like poke your BB if you want to watch it like swim around.
I mean, the BB thing, you're able to build this rapport with your BB. So that's something that I do every time.
can do that in
And
the
again,
field
like
as
the
well.
monster energy drinks, I drink every time. But yeah, like you can drink like up to 5 or whatever to increase your stats.
Yeah.
But you have to individually drink it all
And
5.
it's slow.
Are they
So-
actually Monster brand energy
Yes.
drinks?
They
Yes.
are.
Wow.
Yep. Which I
Cool.
mean, because of this game, that's the only kind of fucking energy drinks I'm gonna drink now. So that worked.
And the pee grenade. So there's like 2 bathroom modes because you basically like your bodily fluids are harmful to these BTs for whatever they don't know why. They're still figuring it out in the story. And the first time I did the pee grenades where it like shows you getting them, I drank because I'm like, oh, I'll drink these monsters and then I'll go take a piss and I'll get these grenades. They're like dark red. They're like it's like orange because they're not literally the color of because like I was the poop one is blue, which is when I realized. But doing the pee one first, it's like it looks like bloody urine. It is like
You
orange.
might want to go to the doctor.
Well,
Check
that's
that
what
out.
when I
See a
saw
doctor
it.
for
When
that.
I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck? Does Monster Energy drink really do this to your pee?"
It makes it like bright yellow.
It was
in real
like,
life.
Yeah, the number 1 grenades are disgustingly colored, and now I know the whole like Kojima talking about blood in the urine interview pre-release. Now I know what that was all
there
about.
you
I
go.
guess. But yes, this game does not respect your time at all, at all. And also, like if Kojima being full of himself is something that bothers you, this game is that to the fucking nines, to the nines. 12 hours in, and I've had 8 or 9 like camera pulls way a mile into the sky music montage.
Like, oh, game's over?
The music's really good though. When those songs hit, I'm like, fuck yeah, another song. These songs are good. I love them.
It's pretentious. It's so pretentious
Sure.
in so many ways.
Sure.
But all that said, I'm very much enjoying it.
Well, what I was trying to get at is like when you face off with these BTs, when the time falls or raining or whatever, if they manage to capture you,
Yeah.
you go into this thing where like it just gets super intense and fucking things start happening and you don't know. You're carried off in this inky water.
Do you think that water is like Do you think people who are not being affected by the BTs in the world see that stuff? I was thinking about
Like
the way,
if-
because like when you get caught by a BT, it's like the world floods. It's like this black water, like feet of it rises, and it's like a river that's like pushing you around, and you're like, whoa, and like these like shadows are reaching up trying to pull you down.
And this dolphin with the tentacles comes out.
Oh,
Crazy. It's crazy
I
stuff.
haven't seen that guy yet.
You haven't seen that?
No, only at the very beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, that first
Yeah.
time. Do you think that's really happening, or do you think that's like?
Like if we were standing on like a safe spot and we see Sam on the
Yeah.
hill just like struggling?
Yeah,
I think so.
Do we think we just see Sam like just running around of his own volition, be like, no,
No, I think we see the
Yeah?
blackness, the water, and then you see the whale or the dolphin or whatever, and the tentacles.
Knowing that Kojima was working on a Silent Hill game before this, it reminds me a lot of the
That
two
stuff?
of the two Silent Hill worlds, and like a lot of that logic, I feel like could the Silent Hill worlds, you could be in Silent Hill proper, and you could be in dead like the Silent Hill, just the burnt out town,
Yeah.
and like you can walk through each other and not know the other person's there, which makes me think that maybe the beach is not a
Maybe.
real place.
Maybe.
I don't know.
There is in the lead up, they showed weird scenes where in trailers and stuff where there's like this burnt out. I don't know. It's like a World War II era kind of thing where there's tanks and soldiers and stuff.
That's where you see Mads that first time, I
Yeah,
think, right?
yeah. But again, Matt, I don't know if you came across like this stuff or how many times you got caught during those BT scenes. But like when that black flood happens, like these buildings sort of like rise up.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and it's kind of neat, and it gives a taste of that, and that's something again they haven't even addressed at this point, which I'm fucking really interested in.
You keep playing.
Yeah, I will.
I can't. We should really do a spoiler cast about this because, like,
Absolutely.
I have a lot of questions about how I think this world even works.
I hope they explain it eventually.
I
but-
bet they will. In traditional Kojima fashion, I have listened to. So that's the other thing is like the codec conversations in this are all those like the dialogues you get after delivering a package. So you kind of they're woven into the campaign in such a way that you feel like you have to listen to them. And it is just hours and hours and hours of people expositing about just mundane, like, well, and then we lost the ability to use automobiles, yada yada, and like in a way that like I'm bored. I don't like cool, but I don't care how you guys continue to make pizza. I want to know what's going on, like with this fucking Death Stranding nonsense. It's like, well, then we figured out to use the perfect chiral yeast or whatever.
We'll talk about it more at length.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
like,
very
it's,
full of
it's
itself.
vague, and I can see that
It's
these
so
two
full
are
of
like,
itself,
ugh, these fucking guys
It's
with their
hard
fucking
to
games.
describe. I really like it though.
So do I.
So far, anyways, I'll say I feel like I'm very much in the honeymoon phase. And
Yeah.
I'm having a great time, even just like building stuff for other people. Of like, I hope somebody uses. I can't wait to get home and see how many likes my bridge got. I hope my bridge got a bunch of likes.
So solid 3 out of 5.
I'm not done yet. We gotta wait to finish. Gotta wait to see it. There's all these characters from the trailers that I like haven't even fucking seen yet. So,
So if Minecraft had likes, you'd be all over it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
I would.
All right.
Yeah, President Jack shit.
Sure.
Okay, I'm in. That's about all I play. We take a quick break here. Oliver just ran away, so I guess we'll. There's a yes from him. Yeah, we'll take a quick break. That's Death Stranding in a nutshell. We'll have more on that once we've finished.
If you ever finish.
If we ever finish, that's right. Very exhaustive.
Over it sucks. We'll never talk about it again.
Exhaustive coverage, and I mean it's. I'm always so I don't know where the spoiler line on this stuff is because like.
Not a lot you can talk about without
Well,
spoiling.
and it's just all so vague. Like I've played 12 hours and I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just know kind of what the trailers have shown me and the few cutscenes I've seen. So, it could go a lot of ways. This could be the best game. This could be the worst game.
Ooh.
I don't know. We'll see you here on the other side of this musical break. Let's finish this podcast and get home and play some Death Stranding. I'm unlocking some of the later upgrades that I feel pretty fucking cool. Pretty cool. Also, I got a hat. Spoilers, you guys. I got a baseball cap that Norman can wear now. And sunglasses.
What?
Yeah, dude. You got a hat yet, Oliver?
Yeah. Sorry about that. I really couldn't hold it.
Oh, that's okay.
And I knew we could talk about that at length. Yeah, I got a fucking hat.
How's that hat treating you?
It's all right. I colored it red for like.
Whoa, you can't have a red hat.
Apparently,
Not in this world. Let me tell you.
I'm role playing my Sam as like, hey, maybe he was a fucking MAGA supporter back in the day,
I was
or at
gonna
least
go
his
like
ancestors.
Bloods and Crips at least,
Oh.
but like, come on, Death Stranding is Crip territory. So you're gonna get 1,000 hours?
I don't know. Is that what they're saying?
I have no idea.
Fucking no. I kind of wanted to like.
You kind of want it to be over already?
No, like I want to know the story, so I kind of want to. Did you ever play? You played Metal Gear 5, didn't you?
I did not finish Metal Gear 5. I got to one fight where you need to have a super powerful rocket launcher, and I hadn't leveled up my rocket launcher at all. So in order to level up my rocket launcher, I would have had to do like 5 hours of rocket launcher grinding. So that kind of made me say "fuck you" to Metal Gear 5.
In the way that Metal Gear 5 has like the main missions that will move the story forward, they also have a bunch of like side quests.
Yeah.
That like you can take on this order to deliver these packages to that. And like if you want to grind away and like do that, sure. I try to do them so that like on my way to Port City, I will do whatever I can shoulder on my way to Port City.
Don't you just strap those to your legs?
You can only put
Strap
one.
those packages to your legs.
Yeah, there's
You can only put a
encumbrance.
package each to your leg.
Strap it to your penis.
And so those, it seem very, very mod spoiled. It seems like they're called preppers apparently, the outposts. It seems like if a prepper gives you an item, if you let go and he's like, oh, here's smoke grenades or whatever, as you get your whatever the star rating is, connection level or whatever the star rating is up, I think you might get higher tier of that item. Maybe.
I got a harmonica.
Where do you get? Can you play it?
Yeah.
What? Where'd you get the harmonica? Was that from Luden's fan?
Nope.
Where'd you get the harmonica?
From the musician.
Oh fuck! I don't know if I met the musician. I don't think I met any preppers on that first motherfucker.
There is a
I gotta.
the way it's situated. There's the capital.
I'm like halfway across America right now, though.
Well, I mean, it's fucking just a hop, skip, and a jump across America.
No, I'm far, dude.
Okay, so there's that one outpost that's right before the port city.
Yeah.
Where you have to climb and then descend.
Yeah.
At that one outpost, there is just to the left of the climb. There is like a little reservoir.
It's like the distribution center. It's like wind farm up here, distribution center here,
Yeah.
port not down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little reservoir right between them.
Oh shit.
That there's a musician there, and then he gives you a harmonica.
You probably got to bring him you probably got to find his package out in the world.
Yeah, which is actually super close.
Yeah. So is Luden's fan. Also, package is like 100 meters away.
Yeah, he's collecting like toys and.
Oh shit! I gotta go back for that. I didn't realize what the preppers were until too late, and now that I do, and I think that is the way to get the better items, because like I don't know, I somehow got rank 2 smoke grenades, which I never use, and honestly they seem fucking useless.
Those grenades, like those blood grenades,
Yeah,
are a way to like fight the BTs.
I'm not gonna. You'll get the answers you seek very soon in the
Yeah,
story.
I've
The
gotten
next
that.
story beat
Yeah.
is about those blood grenades.
Yeah, I think I've gotten those, and I've actually defeated a few. But they also have those, they urine and poop and shower water grenades.
Mm-hmm.
Do those just repel them?
I've only used them on the like ghostly, the Stranding, whatever forms, and yeah, they seem to make them. They kind of freak out, but they can also just run right into you, which is fuck. You throw them, and it seems like they run a random direction. Like you just hit them with it, and then they go blah and take off. And one time, it took off right into me.
I'm kind of under the impression that those are just for repellent, because like the actual blood grenades are the ones to destroy them.
Yeah.
Because I got both of those kind of at the same time, and I'm like,
the next couple story missions make you use them in a way that you're like, oh, okay, okay. I still haven't had that moment for the smoke stuff though. I have like smoke luggage and a smoke grenade that I do not understand how to use. And it's my only rank 2 item is that fucking smoke grenade.
yeah. So I was telling Kevin, like, yeah, I kind of just want, unless it might start like interesting me, but I don't really want to do any of that side stuff. I just kind of want to see these story beats.
For me, leveling up the equipment is real fun. Especially the next big part you'll get to, you kind of get a main upgrade, which
And yeah, I hope
It's
they
real
do.
fun.
I hope they do stuff like that. And
like that's totally enough for me. Where like I'm still having trouble doing this. Like ladders level. I would love to get ladders level 2. If I have to go do missions to this dude to get level 2 ladders, they're way longer or whatever. That'd be dope. I would totally do that. Do you know how many times my ladders come up just shy?
And I'm really interested in reading like the interviews and just learning about the world.
Yeah, it's really interesting if you can read that super tiny text.
About your pizza. Figure out how to make your pizza.
They go into all that stuff in every Kojima game, just like they always do.
Yeah.
I just wish it was all like voiced. You know
Yeah.
how in Metal Gear they have like the voice recordings?
Yeah.
Fuck, I wish they had did that.
Nope,
Isn't this just hot garbage?
That's the sauna?
That's the sauna.
What the fuck? That is hot garbage. That's the least sexy sauna I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen
I don't
some,
know.
I've seen some unsexy saunas.
I'm
let
a
me
big
tell
fan
you.
of the completely average beige like
Oh, with those
covering
knee pads?
up everything else.
There were like 2 layers as well. It's like beige slacks and then
Gotta get your sweat on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
guess.
also like
I guess
The-
you don't want like sweat
the Under
patterns.
Armour leggings.
Yeah.
You don't want like gross sweat patterns forming or anything. Let's talk about some news, gentlemen. Top story tonight: fucking Fire Emblem sauna bullshit. Second story tonight. Boy, China, love them, my faves.
OJ Hearts HK.
OJ Hearts HK.
big fans of freedom.
That's right. Known lovers of freedom, China has imposed I mean, the only reason we're pulling the story is it's about gaming. Has imposed a gaming curfew. This happened last week. And I don't know. With the whole Blizzard China thing going on and Blizzard very much bowing before China, maybe a little interesting that. I mean, this is not related at all, but
No.
Blizzard has appeased China, and China's like, and now everybody spend less money on Hearthstone or die.
Miners have no money anyways.
Well, that's a good point. And minors are now banned from playing video games between the hours of 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. by punishment of death? I don't know.
Online games.
Online games, yes. Well, it would be almost impossible, I think, to police, unless you're going to literally have Officer Video Games standing there watching you play video games.
Playing Tetris over there?
Oh, careful, it's getting a 959 here, mate. Ready to shut that down soon?
Yeah, better find a save point.
Yes, Officer Video Games.
Fucking guy.
Minors are also restricted to only 90 minutes of online gaming during the week. The entire week, 90 minutes. You can split that up however you want, though. But you get up to 3 hours a day on weekends or public holidays.
That's very generous of
That's
them.
right. That's generous chairman. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There are also spending limits imposed. 16 to 18 years old, you can spend 400. I don't know is it yuan?
One.
400 won, which is about 57 American dollars per month. Or if you're under that, you can spend half, which is 29 American dollars. And there's a whole new slew of requirements for game companies where now Chinese citizens will have to be able to verify their government ID to prove and be trackable how long they're playing and all this nonsense.
I think it's cool
Yeah.
and good.
Okay. All right. Hey, that's. I mean, listen. Could a young Matt Eads have used these curfews and maybe grown up to be a better adult? Absolutely.
I think of the ones that are on this list, I think that 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. banning people underage playing at that time, that's a great thing.
These are all reasonable things, I think. The unreasonable part is where you do them or go to jail. The dictatorship they live under.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't say anything about what the punishment is going to be, so you can't just assume
They
it's
take
going
away
to be
the rest of your video game time.
Yeah. You are now down to 15 minutes during the week and 2 hours on the weekend.
I mean, you could assume the punishments, like most dictatorship countries, are probably pretty severe.
I mean, it's minors, right? I mean, even dictatorships, for the most part,
They like the kids.
they like the kids.
Yeah, I don't know. But there you go. There's that.
Is this
if
in-
government imposed curfews are your thing, then
A+ by
hell yes.
Is this in reaction to something?
I think the most recent death from playing too much video games was in China. I mean, most of them are in China, If
Just because they have the most gamers.
there you go, everybody's
And-
playing from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m.
And also, maybe some of those mysterious, unexplained deaths surrounding the government. Like, oh, he just played too many video games. I don't know. It's weird. It looks like cyanide, but
Yeah, he spent $62 this month. So I mean, he died. I don't know. It's too much video games.
Clearly an addict, overdosed.
so that's going on. Great.
That's weird.
It's a real.
Well,
it's kind
that's
of a.
great.
It's kind of a real slow news week.
The one thing that I will say, I've always thought that people should have to show ID when you buy some of these games.
Yeah.
Like with how lax it is in Canada, at least. I've been in video game stores like Best Buy or whatever the hell that other one is called that nobody ever goes to anymore.
Walmart.
EB.
Vision
The
Electronics.
EB, that's the one. EB.
GameStop.
Yeah.
In America, yes.
That's where I bought Death Stranding.
And I've seen numerous like 13-year-old kids have absolutely no problem buying Grand Theft Auto 5 or insert other 18A game here.
Sure.
Like
That's-
those things, I've always thought that should be more strict. But
And it is like those rules do exist, and it is kind of on the employee who usually doesn't give a fuck. It's like,
Yeah.
here you go. I don't know when the hot take here on Remembrance Day. Is that today?
yeah.
That would be
It's today when
November the
released.
11th, Veterans Day. I don't know. It's the freedom to fuck up your own life is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I say you can
The freedom
play
to do
whatever you
anything.
want,
The
but-
freedom to do anything. Whether that be make responsible or irresponsible decisions, the point is you have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, Veterans Remembrance Day, our grandparents and great-grandparents, however far back, fought and died to give us the choice to play video games between the hours of 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. if we want. To spend thousands of dollars on microtransactions if we want.
Again, minors.
Freedoms.
Where's their thousands of dollars?
We have the freedoms, Bryce. That's the important part.
Plus, you can just sign up and say you're 18. Then you
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Yeah, also, it's
Yeah.
real easy.
It's like, hey, when's your birthday? What's 18 years ago from yesterday? That's when I was born.
January 1st,
Scroll down.
1934.
1934.
Yeah. Credit to the Rogers Video in Sherwood Park. They used to make my mom come in and be like, yes, he can buy Call of Duty if he wants.
Good for them. Good for them.
Bless 'em.
Like I say, real slow news week here. God of War's director Cory Barlog, man's tweeting about space in a way that seems like he might be either God of War 2 is going to space, or they might be working on some weird future space project that is not God of War.
They can't call it God of War 2.
Well, whatever. The new God of War is going to be probably going to be. I'm going to say God of War.
Subtitle.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Is it Fumble Winter? Fimble Winter? What's
yeah.
the?
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's
Ragnarok.
well, that'll be the third one.
That'll be,
Oh,
the
Third one,
right.
Ragnarok. This one, well, maybe not because Thor Ragnarok.
Symbol Winter?
I don't think it's. I think it's Fumble Winter.
Fumble Winter?
I mean, God of War is basically Thor.
I thought winter was ending.
Thor is in God of War. No, God of War's not Thor
You
at
have
all.
an axe that you throw and it comes back. It's basically Thor.
Yeah, that's an old, probably Norse thing. I don't know. The fact that shows up in both places, Mjolnir can probably come to your hand in Norse mythology. I don't know.
Maybe.
Thor's a dick in God of War, though, and
Huge dick.
Kratos is a dick, but he's our dick.
Yeah. I hope they're working on something new. That'd be cool.
No, I want God of. I don't want. All I want is God of War. Shut everything else down
I
until
mean,
the God of War is
God
done.
of War will happen.
He put out a tweet that just said "end transmission" and then had a bunch of lines of Morse code, which apparently translated into 55HSIE, and SIE is probably Sony Interactive Entertainment, the company what does the publishing. But I don't know. Hey, with the way they set up God of War, Thor and Kratos could be fighting in space, and there's the Millennium Falcon flying by or whatever. It's their whole circle of time, past, future nonsense.
I thought they got blown into the past.
Nope. Well, sort of. Their battle destroys time.
There's a loop somewhere.
This is very
All
common.
right.
So the kid, Atreus,
Yeah.
is Loki,
Yeah.
who is the father of that giant, the world serpent, who's
Yep.
the giant snake
Yeah.
that shows the boy Atreus. So how can Atreus be his father unless
Yeah.
shows him how to do the thing?
There's a loop
But
somewhere.
Also,
Yeah.
there's a loop somewhere.
Yeah.
And who's to say maybe that loop Maybe next God of War is like Kratos with a machine gun. I don't know. I'm down to get weird now.
What's the company that he's out of? Is that Santa Monica Studio? Who makes that? I don't.
Is it still? It was Sony Santa Monica. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they're still called Sony.
I don't know, but like I would love for them to do something new. I would love for them.
War 2.
That's gonna happen. Is the thing.
Well, end transmission, maybe 5.5 is like 5x5, the old radio lingo coming in clear.
In the butt, 5x5.
Yep.
What do you think?
H?
What's the H then?
I don't know.
Riddle me that. It's called SIE Santa Monica Studio now. There you go.
Oh.
Sony Interactive Entertainment Santa Monica.
Hideo.
Oh shit!
There you go.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Do you think Dave is in Death Stranding at all? Probably not, eh?
Fuck.
That relationship's probably like.
Dave Kojima?
Yeah. Do you think Dave Kojima? or what about Kiefer Kojima? Do you think Kiefer Kojima is?
You know what now? Like I was hoping, and that would be a great kind of thing. But like you said, that
Dave's still doing that voice in other games.
Dave
I
might
feel
not
like
be too impressed with the shenanigans
Bloodstained.
from. I hope. I don't think so. There's been nothing like to sort of hint at that at all.
What if one of those holograms is just chirograms is just Snake? Hey, thanks.
Those holograms are kind of dumb and off-putting.
Chirograms.
It's because they seem so canned.
They get better. They are totally canned, and
Yeah.
those are also your codec conversations, which is why they're fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, here's generic nonsense. You can't respond, so I just gotta keep it real vague.
Yep. There's a pause. Oh yeah. Thanks
anyways,
for bringing
thanks.
this in such good condition.
Sometimes he does respond, and when he does, it's fucking shocking. Where he'll be like, "No, I don't know." And you're, what the fuck? So that's the stuff coming out of Cory Barlog. I have no idea. There's been no rumors.
No.
SIE Santa Monica has been. I mean, even kind of leading up to God of War, they were very quiet on what they were working on. So who knows? IO briefly mentions Hitman 3's in development. Again, nothing really to report. Slow news week, just at the end of a blog post. They kind of off the cuff mentioned, what's the quote here? More and more of the team are moving on to the next Hitman game, which is well underway. Great. More of the same from BioWare. This one I raise an eyebrow at. BioWare has... they've been talking a bunch about Dragon Age 4, more than I maybe would have thought they would have, considering... I, Matt Eads, don't think Dragon Age 4 is a real project. I think it's just a thing you say to stop getting your studio from being shuttered. But apparently it is a real project, or at least they have until December the 4th to make it a real project. Apparently they're going to have some more information on Dragon Age. BioWare tweeted, CU12.4 for Dragon Forged Age, but the A is a...
Yep.
So, I mean, they could have legit Dragon Age 4 news, or... I mean, honestly, and again, very cynical, maybe they're just trying to make another N7 day thing where they keep their game relevant because November the 7th and N7, Shepard's Armor, it's N7. Listen, there hasn't been a good Mass Effect in 7 years, but everybody still talks about N7 Day, and everybody still talks about Mass Effect every N7 Day. And so... if you wanted to maybe try and do the same thing for a Dragon Age Day, which I don't know why it's 12/4. The meaning is completely lost on me there, but...
Yeah, April 12th. What's up with that?
Or 4/12. December the 12th, I think.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think. Maybe it is April
No, Dragon
the 12th.
Age. Yeah, that's why the 4 in the age. Yeah. No, it's December 4th.
But what?
It's because
I guess.
there's
That's American.
12 letters in dragon.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
They gotta do something. Like
that studio is like the live service director of Anthem just left the studio last week of their actively in development live service game Anthem.
I feel
Man was there for 14 years.
just by virtue of them being the only developer, one of the only developers in Edmonton, and again, like our sort of personal connection to them, I'm like, I feel something for this. And that's it.
The BioWare,
it.
the BioWare that you and I knew is completely gone.
I know.
Completely gone. Like it's such a. I mean, even when we were there, it was the like. We were just a corporate shell at that point. But like by the time we were working there, EA had already run that. Dragon Age 2 was an 11-month development cycle and was on month 7. Like That place was run into the ground when we started
They
there.
still released Mass Effect 3 at the same time, though.
Mass Effect 3 did eventually come out, and the world was so mad they changed the ending, and
But again, like
EA has
I'm just feeling for them.
so
Right?
am I.
They're,
So am I.
they're their hometown company.
EA has a very strong history of like sucking the lifeblood out of a studio and just leaving them as this. Wring every drop of money you can out of them, and then the studio either disappears or turns into a support studio for Need for Speed, I guess. I don't know. Did you know there was a Need for Speed game that like just came out last week, by the way? Also, they've made 3 Need for Speed games this generation. Did anyone know that?
Wow.
I only knew that there was a new game because
Yeah,
Colin,
Colin was talking
something
about buying it.
Also, when he's like, I think I might get this new Need for Speed. I was like, there's not a holy shit.
Yeah.
And EA, what the? What? Anyways, Dragon Age 3 was bad. Dragon Age Inquisition, I thought really fucking sucked ass.
I thought you were behind that. I thought that got
No.
like decently okay.
It was okay. It was about a 3-star game. It was okay. It was okay, but like
What does that even mean?
it was the beginning of that like. What if we just had an open world and everything was like, I need you to get me 8, go kill 8 boars over here, go get me 5 collectibles over here, go get me 10 more collectibles over here. Like everything in Dragon Age Inquisition is a checklist of go around the world and plant your flag. That's one of the checklists. Go around the world and get all the herbs. That's another checklist. Go around and get the minerals. That's a checklist. Like it's just all these gathering.
Yeah.
It was the DNA that eventually got spun into Andromeda. Also, they've all been in Frost. Like, is this new Dragon Age game going to be in Frostbite? Also, is it just going to be is it hand like?
Probably.
It's already been kneecapped before it's even out the door, and
Yeah.
it's not going to play well. It's going to look really good, but it's not going to play well.
But on the whole, Dragon Age 3 was received way better than Dragon Age 2.
It's true.
There you go.
It's-
That's sort of my metric to
It's
it.
so when you're at Bedrock, it's tough to get lower.
Yeah.
It would have been tough to get worse than Dragon Age 2. So I guess we'll find out more December the 4th. A little cynical.
Sure, I get it.
And then I just wrote. We talked a little bit about the BlizzCon stuff last week. We talked about Overwatch 2 a little bit.
Did you guys talk about that Diablo trailer?
Yeah,
Fuck, that was good.
yeah. They
I mean,
have
it's a
very
cinematic
very
trailer.
good CG.
Yeah,
They've always had
yeah,
incredible
totally.
CG. The Shadowlands, fucking the World of Warcraft CG trailer was. Yeah, fuck
nifty.
yeah. No, it was weird.
Sylvanas is weird.
Yeah. Also, she can just rip that fucking helmet in half like it ain't no thing. Boop, gone.
Yep.
Just like our eardrums. So the Overwatch 2, I wrote just a note on our show notes here this week that just says, "What's up with Overwatch 2 compatibility?" After we kind of talked about it last week, I had heard a bit more about it. So Overwatch 2 is this weird. They're adding a PvE mode. They're kind of changing the graphics engine, the way they've claimed they're adding new characters. I've done a bit of research. I've looked into this. Everything that's PvP will be coming to Overwatch 1 for free. Everything that is affected in the PvE, new characters, new maps, every single thing in the PvP, if you have Overwatch 1, all of that, everything will come, you will get it for free. You do not need to buy Overwatch 2, which, the fact that this is called Overwatch 2 seems a little exploitative in a way of, you are literally just paying for the PvE modes. And like the new graphics engine, the Lucia's hair glows in Overwatch 2. It's wild.
It's crazy.
But all the stuff in PvP, all the characters, all the maps, everything, they are not splitting their player base at all. So if you have Overwatch 1, and I did not realize this even reading the news, and I don't know if any of my Overwatch playing friends have realized this, but it very much feels like a way to maybe almost trick people, put a 2 on the end of something, call it a new SKU, and just to reiterate, it is only the PvE stuff, which I did not realize, and they either unintentionally or intentionally are very vague about, but it turns out all the PvP stuff, new characters, new maps, everything. If you have Overwatch 1, you do not need to buy Overwatch 2. All that's in Overwatch 2 is the PvE stuff, the story missions. That is it.
So if you were to buy Overwatch 2, could you still play online, whatever the hell their deathmatch or whatever you call it?
Yes. If you have Overwatch 2, you have all the Overwatch, and if you have Overwatch 1, you will have all the online Overwatch, not the single player Overwatch. But if you have one, all that stuff's coming to you for free. Whereas when they talked about it, it very much, and even me who has Overwatch 1, I was like, well, if Overwatch 2 has cross-play, like, I'll buy Overwatch 2, just to play with my friends on Xbox or whatever. Not even realizing that it should just be a DLC. Like, it's a few new modes. It's a few new modes. It's 2 new modes.
Yeah.
That's it. Not even new maps. Maybe there might be some, like, Overwatch 2 specific cosmetics. I could see that happening. But again, they've said that every single thing online will be completely cross-compatible.
Overwatch, the first one was only $40 though, wasn't it?
That was full game price.
Yeah, I've heard. I thought it was $40. This seems like to be one of those Mandela effect things. I heard it was $40. I'm like 99% sure there was a $40 and a $60 version, but I am so sure it was not full price. On console, I think it was. On PC, I'm pretty sure it was $40.
Yeah, I want to say that that's true. So I mean, if it's
because I think the Overwatch
if it's the
edition
same kind of
was
thing,
$60.
and this Overwatch 2 is $40 again, then shit, call it Overwatch 2 if you want. It's the price of a DLC. So,
well, it's the price of the game again, and it again. I can't imagine it's unintentional. They are very, very vague with the way that they talk about, like, Overwatch 2 will have all these new characters. And, like, well, really, Overwatch 1 will have these characters also. So, yes, if you do get Overwatch 2, you are just paying for the $40 for the PvE stuff. And plus whatever, I'm sure you'll get some premium currency and some skins or whatever. But just a little bit of a PSA where I feel that is pretty muddy. Podcast, talkingreckless.com is an email address. You can write in electronic AMs, or you can drop voicemails over on our subreddit. Voicemails on the Discord. You can find them by just going to talkingreckless.com, or drop emails on the subreddit, r/talkingreckless. I pulled a few. I'll save that one for last. Even though we kind of talk about. Have you watched the new Watchmen show? We got an email about Watchmen. Are we watching HBO's new Watchmen?
I'm interested in it.
Oh,
I
it's
haven't watched
good.
it yet, but
I
yeah,
haven't seen the original Watchmen.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
It's great.
It's like 3.5 hours long.
Really long.
It's
Yeah.
good.
It's like
It's a good story.
It's like 258. I might have just watched it. Yeah, I really like the movie as well. And I really like the show. Man, they're episode 3 is where it really. I was a little like, okay, I don't know what's really going on here. Episode 3 fucking nailed it home for me. I'm all in on HBO's Watchmen.
Yeah, I really want to watch that. I'm a big fan of like the comic book and the movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, when this got announced, I was really interested in it too.
You might.
What's the timeline to it?
You should just watch.
Okay.
That was the biggest question, and then they kind of nailed that down in a way that I was like, "Fuck yes."
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Is it completely out, or are they still?
It's
is
week.
it
It's week by week. So I think episode 4 comes out tonight in podcast time. It'd be a good one for if we didn't already have a few TV shows podcast pending. That would have been a real good one for it.
The whole idea behind Watchmen was really reminiscent of what the boys wanted to do with like kind of shitty superheroes.
Different take on a superhero film.
Yeah, it's great. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I really like that movie.
Yeah.
I really like that movie. I know a lot of people don't, but please forgive me. Doug and Richard.
Did you ever read the comic book?
No, but I do know. I know the ending difference between the movie and the comic.
Yeah, and there's like a whole like plot line and like side story that they exclude, which is totally worth.
I ended up after watching the show trying to figure out like when or like is this a reboot? What the fuck is happening? Ended up reading back a whole bunch of the Watchmen goings-ons. Some shit. Some shit. Declan writes in says, if you were a vigilante in the Watchmen universe working for the police, which is what the new show kind of lines up. The superheroes are all... The cops have to wear masks, and so the superheroes are just kind of masked cops. What would your vigilante name and costume be? To give you some examples from the show, the only one I can think of is Sister Knight is this... she's like a Batman. She's like a lady Batman kind of. She's a cop, and she blacks out her face, and
can't do that.
she's a lady of color, but like blacks out the top, and then has I think she blacks out the top and has a bandana, or does she have a bandana and blacks? I don't remember. Her face is like split in half somehow with her costume. Her name is Sister Knight, and there's a communist guy. I can't remember his name, but he just wears all red and talks with a real thick Russian accent. Or there's a guy with a mirror, kind of a mirror mask, who's called Looking Glass. Rorschach, obviously. Dr. Manhattan. Silk Spectre is one of the superhero names.
Owlman is the guy, right?
Is it Owlman?
In the movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that might
his,
be right.
His was like the
I think
distinguishable, like the worst one.
I think he might be. Is he Owlman 2 or something in the movie? Anyways.
The comedian also.
The comedian.
Yep,
Yeah.
the comedian.
Yeah.
Are those characters in there?
You should watch. You should watch.
It was because as far as all I know in the movie and the comic books, Silk Spectre is the daughter of the original Silk Spectre, so that's the second iteration.
Yep.
I think Owlman's still Owlman because I think there was a thing between the original Silk Spectre and the new Silk Spectre. And Rorschach's Rorschach, comedian, is also just an old guy as well. So that's, I think, what you're talking about.
Yes. What would be your name? What would be your name? Your superhero costume?
Swagger Aguilar. Bring that back. Swagger, because I can't have my last name out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what my costume would be.
Like sideways turned ball cap, loose sweats,
with a big fake mustache. Fake mustache
on top of the mask.
Do they have superpowers?
Just
Mr. Manhattan.
Some people are vaguely telepathic, and yes, Dr. Manhattan has his weird time things, but
he's all powerful,
super smart,
and they're all
and I mean, also, he's fast. Like yes, they kind of have superpowers. Some people are psychic, but that is the only identifiable superpower.
One guy's watching like 40 TVs at once. He's so smart.
Otherwise they're just like fast, strong, smart.
They actually, yes.
Yeah. He's the smartest. He thinks he's the smartest man alive. Brags that he's the smartest man alive.
I think you could probably do better things with your time if you're the smartest man alive rather than watch 40 TVs.
He's watching 40 TVs at once and petting his like weird zebra dog thing that he made.
Is he at least watching like the news, like world events, or is he okay?
Yeah, he's exactly watching world events.
At least he's not watching like Frasier on one TV and Friends on another.
I've seen that one. I can now pay attention to it.
Yeah, that'll just play.
All the sitcoms at once.
Yeah. Rorschach's mask is cool.
Yeah, you just be Rorschach 5 or
Yeah.
whatever they're on now.
Why not?
Okay,
that's cool.
He's fucking scalding racist.
Oh.
By the way, so I don't know.
I haven't seen. I didn't know.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know. I'd be like probably something. I'd be okay. Well, I'll start with I would have nunchucks with like mics on the end. I'd probably just be like the caster.
the show.
Yeah. I could just be the show. Yeah, and I'd have like nunchucks with 2 mics on each end. Swing them around, and I would just wear a dead mouse head.
Nice.
Yeah, big dead mouse head.
I really like, and I'll buy you guys some time to think about it, but I really like how shows like The Watchmen, The Boys, and Kick-Ass are kind of like off-brand superhero things. Mm-hmm. They're not the Marvels, they're not the DCs, but they're introducing these fucking
super anti-heroes.
Yeah,
almost.
And it's a good take on the classic superhero trope.
Yeah, and they're all different. Like The Watchmen is a very different take than The Boys.
Although The Watchmen sort of exists in the same like universe as Batman. I know there was a crossover there.
I don't know if that's canon. There's supposed to be no
not.
superpowers in The Watchmen. It's supposed to be real life, more or less.
Well, Batman doesn't have superpowers though.
But like a ton of Batman villains do. Poison Ivy, they they have superpowers. Some of them,
maybe if you look at it like that, yes. But also if you look at it on like a realistic point of view, they're all just kind of psycho and think they have superpowers.
But they're in the same world as Superman.
And yes, then that's also bad.
What about like Clayface? Is that Spider-Man? That's Batman?
Yeah,
Clayface fucking has Killer Croc. It's not just a man.
Just weird science experiments. It's fine.
Like some of them, just men, yes, but some of them above and beyond.
It all boils down to who's like
magic totally exists in Batman's world.
Kind of a psycho.
Magic is real in Batman's world.
It depends.
Justice League, also, all about that magic.
Comic books.
Diana, literally magic.
She's an Amazon.
Literally
she's an
magic.
Amazon princess.
Yes, magic.
With magic.
Her Superman. Superpower is magic.
Yeah.
No magic in the Watchmen.
No.
Just the magic of the cinema.
What about Big Blue Dick?
Well, that's the one case, but that's,
okay.
that's science.
Oh,
That's
That-
science.
Sure.
That's unexplained science.
It's like the Hulk.
Yeah. It's a very big, very blue dick.
Just flopping
Mr.
around.
Manhattan, Dr. Manhattan.
Doctor.
It's
Doctor.
Mr. Manhattan was his father. Please call him, call him Dr. Manhattan.
Go to fucking Manhattan school for 8 years to be called Mr. Manhattan.
Goddamn right. See, we got any other Watchmen names? Do we get around the... Did Kev have a name? No?
I don't know anything about the Watchmen.
I mean, it's like your defining caricature made into a costume.
All right, you can call me the Stoner.
Yep. Hey, that's...
There you go.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't one already in the Watchmen.
And my costume would be, I would just be butt naked with a pot leaf covering my modesty.
Nice. And you got to cover your face, too, because otherwise,
okay.
otherwise the criminals learn who you are and then show up at your house.
All right, then move that pot leaf to cover my face.
I feel like these might kind of both be real fast ones for me here. Thomas wrote in, possibly Tomas wrote in, says, have any of you lovely people ever been into the Battlefield games? What are your thoughts on the new Pacific Theater content with Chapter 5 and Battlefield 5? Thoughts on Battlefield 5 in general?
Was the Battlefield 4 is the one that I played with you and Eric?
Yeah.
The
modern one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a good one.
Yes, Battlefield 4 was pretty good. I do like the Battlefield games quite a bit. I did not play 5. Their post-game release schedule, where
Oh yeah, that was all weird.
the shooting range was going to be out, 6 months after.
and
Like
then-
the fact that to me, it felt like they were releasing half a game, and then we're like, well let's go season pass plan,
we'll
you guys.
finish it. Don't worry, we'll finish it.
But also the battle royale mode's coming. Like all the that really didn't sit right with me in a way that I chose to abstain from Battlefield 5. I really liked 1. I really liked Battlefield 1, which is the World War One.
I bought and played that
Yeah.
briefly.
I
Yeah.
really like 1. I played probably 100 hours of 1. I do
Yeah.
like Battlefield quite a bit.
I pay 3 and 4 were the ones that I played the most of. Well, 1943 is the
yeah.
one I played the most of.
Man, we're gonna be due for like another 3-class small $5, $10 Battlefield game like that. A 1944, if you will.
I actually think there already was a 1944.
Oh shit, we're almost out of years for the war. We gotta be due for another one of those. I do really like Battlefield. Battlefield 5. That really like when your target range is, and I don't know. Apex just added theirs in less time than Battlefield 5 took down theirs, but just the way that they build it all as not as like. We didn't have time to get all this stuff in because we have such a great full game. It was just more like, and look what we've got on offer. So much good stuff coming up for you. Like the shooting range. And it didn't sit right with me at all.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of the way Call of Duty does their games. Like with how you get all the coolest stuff after you kill streak for a whole shit ton of length. So the Battlefield games where it's like, oh, well, all the vehicles are just on the map. If you want to fly a jet plane, just go grab yourself a jet plane. If you want to drive a tank, just go grab yourself a tank.
Yeah.
It's not, okay, well, you can only drive the tank if you kill 7 people with a claymore and then knife one guy and then...
New Call of Duty? Tanks on the map, baby.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
But it still has kill streaking, which
it does.
I just don't like that at all, so...
I like the destructibility of Battlefield. It's a much
Yeah.
they're very different. One of them is very much this team game where you're spawning. It's not about Battlefield, not about kills, unless you're playing one of the weird modes. It's about controlling the points and like controlling where the front line of the battle is and trying to keep them behind so you can control the points and like the ABC and collect the tickets or whatever.
That's what I liked about it.
Totally, and
Well,
like all
like-
the destructibility is dope.
Whereas I'm not good enough to pull off
Yeah.
those kill streaks. So I rarely ever got like even just like a supply drop or whatever in Call of Duty. But in Battlefield, yeah, you work as a team as a whole to hold like these points or whatever.
Totally.
And yeah, I feel like I'm contributing to that by like laying prone in a space where they can't fucking see
Totally.
me, but I'm capturing the thing.
And that is like the one veteran maneuver that nobody ever does in Battlefield because they play shooters and they shoot people. Is like if you're the only one left in your squad, just fucking hang out and let your 3 dudes respawn on you.
Yeah.
And away you go, and then you can spawn on them. And they're very, very different games. I really love Battlefield. I just 5 was totally not for me, and it's back to World War II again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's
Now, if they would have named it Battlefield 1944,
back in.
we would have been in.
Hell yeah. I don't need to storm the beaches of Normandy again. You know.
Yeah, and I just like modern weapons a lot better too.
Well, I like Battlefield 1. I like old. I like not World War II. Too many games. I just still have World War II fatigue from. What a fucked up thing to say on Remembrance Day. I still have World War II fatigue from all those Call of Duties back in the day where every single first mission was like, oh, beaches of Normandy again. All right.
I did like Bad Company. They told a pretty good, entertaining story.
Bad Company was dope.
With like good characters,
modern
main
day
characters.
as well. Yeah. Man, we should do a Bad Company.
Bad Company, yeah.
We should. Last email comes from BYD Food. This is basically an email from me. He says, hey, Matt, NTR crew, who is best for Persona 5? Curious, personally, I think it's got to be I'm going to edit her name here, Ms. K, just to keep it, don't want to out anybody. He says personally, it's got to be Ms. K. That's the teacher maid. She will massage you anywhere, three A's, anywhere. He thinks it's Ms. Kawakami, or pardon me, they think it's Ms. Kawakami, but is curious to who
Ms. K.
my best girl is. I like Makoto quite a bit. Makoto is my OTP. She's the one who I'm not charming enough for, but I mean, it's that's the Mad Eads tale, right? And she's got a motorbike. She's got a fucking motorbike. She's the only one. Her persona is a motorcycle that you can ride. Everybody else's persona is just this big dumb spirit thing in the sky. Aww. Nope, hers is a fucking motorbike. And also, she's the only one who seems like she has an IQ above 5, because everyone else in that game is always like, duh! Like anime. What does this mean?
I don't remember what her name was, but I was a fan of the doctor lady.
Oh yes, I know her. I don't know what her first name is. Takemi is her. Languid Doc. I'm a big fan of too.
Yeah, I just the random choker that she has on is just like
she's got a good style.
She knows what's up.
Yeah,
she got
girls that wear chokers.
Legs for days, as they say.
Yeah.
And is constantly, I've said it before, seems very aggressive, crossing and uncrossing them at you in a way that...
I tried looking up the characters from the Persona game I played way back in the day. I don't even know if I actually played that game, because I was looking it up, I'm like, I don't recognize any of this. Like, what game did I even play?
PS2 era?
I'm pretty sure it was a Persona game.
It was on PS2, it could have been 3 or 4.
Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I tried looking up to be part of this question, but I have no idea.
Yeah, Makoto's cool.
Anime girls.
Makoto's really cool. She's the best. I'm trying to think of all the... There's a lot of options, a lot of romance options in 5. I'm trying to run through them all on my dome here. I haven't even met them all. There's Drunk Reporter. She's okay. There's Cat Maid Teacher. She's pretty cool. Languid Doctor, very cool. Languid Doctor is, I mean, like I say, she's my size. She's a little older. Relationship my parents would not approve, so just keep this on the down low. But
do you create the main character, or
no,
do you?
He's a,
and it's always a guy.
Yeah.
Can you do same sex romances?
It's Japan, where everybody is hilariously homophobic. So I'm gonna guess no.
Oh, that's crazy.
To the point where like one of the characters in 4, or a few of the characters in 4, it is implied that they're a little bisexual. And every single character in the world cannot deal with that. I'm like, what do you he likes guy? Like, it is... Sorry, that mic pop keeps going.
Pop.
Japan, I get the sense, is hilariously homophobic. Like it's fucking 1920s up in there. I think they think homosexuality is like a virulent disease. Like, it is really fucked up sometimes, where...
Well, I mean, just think about it. What would you censor if you were doing the porn?
You still don't show penetration, I guess. Oh, I don't.
Dongs all the time.
Yeah. I don't know.
All the time.
All the time.
And to answer your question, I'm not sure, but I would assume same sex is a big no-no in Persona.
I don't know if
they like their girls.
I don't know anything.
I don't know heterosexual.
I don't know anything about Japanese culture anymore. But I feel like they're not.
I don't know anything about it either. I just run up against it in Persona in ways that I'm like, to my Western sensibilities, this is Prudence Eads. Oh, boy. Maybe I shouldn't have sex with my maid. Although... podcast@talkingreckless.com is the email address. If you want to write in and tell me why you think Makoto's the coolest, that's where you can do it. Also, her sister's a cop. Her sister's the cop who's interrogating me. How fucked up is that?
Whoa.
And I had to tell her sister that her and I were, an item going out, and holy.
Well, she didn't believe you. 'Cause
Laughed in your face.
Yeah, she
I can tell your charm is not high enough.
She actually did not believe me, but then kind of started to put it together. Like that's kind of started to put it together. Podcast talkingreckless.com, the email address, or drop these on our subreddit r/talkingreckless. If you have voicemails, if you want to, it seems like the Will Smith love praise / beef may have come to an end, but if you ever have thoughts about the actor Will Smith, you can leave us voicemails in our Discord. We will play those on the show.
What's the general consensus right now? Are we?
Boo.
We love Will Smith.
I think we love Will Smith.
Yeah.
I think we love
impossible.
Will
You
Smith.
don't love Will Smith?
I do not love Will
Impossible
Smith.
not to love
Oh,
Will
He
do
ruins
Smith.
not.
every movie he's in.
That
Will
no,
Smiths it up.
That is not.
Well, I mean, the problem is you're watching the Will Smith movies.
What?
Just watch Fresh Prince over and over and over.
Sure, I can get behind that.
I think we like Will. I think we're positive as a podcast.
No.
I'm
We
totally.
just gotta bring
I've
these.
always
We
been.
gotta strand these to get.
Team
Don't
Will
worry,
Smith.
Bryce. I'll bring you into my Will Smithel network.
Hancock.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Great movie.
The shitty superheroes. Speaking of, that's topical.
You know,
There we go.
Charlize's fault. Charlize, maybe she's a better actress, holding down my boy Will. And also,
Wild
Suicide
West.
Squad.
I haven't seen.
He wasn't the weakest part of that one.
What's the one where he's with his kid, Planet Earth?
Every one of his
It's like him and his kid are the last two
It's
people
like-
on
it
Earth.
is like
Pursuit
Eat, Pray,
of
Love.
Happiness.
Well,
Legend?
Pursuit of Happiness was like the very well received one, wasn't it? Where
Yeah, Pursuit of
Jaden
Happiness.
was
Was
like
it?
super
I
young.
actually did like that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's where he's like holding the
That's
bathroom
plus.
door, sleeping in the bathroom with his foot against the.
I never actually saw that
I
one.
think it's like that's like a real tearjerker.
Yeah,
Right?
that
I
one's
feel like
really
I
emotional.
feel like I'm gonna cry.
He's
So
still in
Hitch,
theaters.
Hitch, how we've Kevin James,
Yeah,
Paul
there's
Blart.
or not Kevin James.
Kevin James.
Is that Kevin James?
Yeah.
Yeah.
tries to make him charming.
Yeah. Eva Mendes.
Even Mendes. Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Turns out he didn't need to be charming at all. He
Didn't
just
even charming at all.
needed to be himself.
Right?
It's Cameron Diaz.
No,
Isn't that-
it's another blonde girl.
No.
I forget what her name is. I had it.
And it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
No.
Anyways, great film.
Yeah, he's great.
Sure.
You weigh in on the Discord. Head over to talkingreckless.com, hit that Discord link, and
I'm surprised that you're not a Will Smith fan.
drop us some voicemails here.
More of a Martin fan.
You
eh?
seem like
Oh.
You watch the Bad Boys movies for Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, that's it.
If you enjoyed what you heard, please consider supporting us over on patreon.com/talkingreckless. Our next TRWL event is this Friday. Come and watch. I don't even know who Oliver J's fighting because he doesn't matter.
I noticed
He's
a note up here,
Yeah, no,
maybe.
that might take-
Curtain
I don't know.
jerking.
That could always change, but
So if it says Bryce OJ match.
Yeah.
That's probably not super faithful.
Sounds like nobody cares
for the
about
Will
that.
Smith Championship, the new
I am
one that you're
excited to
announcing.
debut the
That's the
Will
title.
Smith
Oh.
Championship.
if you can put Will Smith's face on a championship belt.
Yeah, man, I have all these.
Book it.
I have all these last minute plans I have to go change now. And then the D&D show. We're raising some money for equipment all the way through November. Join us over on the stream. Hopefully, we'll have some D&D content to share with you sooner rather than later. Within the month, I'm hoping. We'll see how that goes. And all sorts of other fun stuff always coming up. Kevin Barr, thank you very much for joining us here.
Thank you for coming to my house.
It's always a pleasure. I look forward to watching you lose your title on Friday.
Oh, here we go.
Oliver J.
Thanks for having me, Kevin. Thanks for hosting, Matt, Bryce. I'm gonna kick your ass this weekend.
Hell no, I'm coming to retirement just for this event. Gonna kick your ass at Retribution Rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation.
We've already named the next event.
I hope it is OJ Bryce. If it's not OJ Bryce, I don't even know what's going on.
There's a note on the sheet.
I know. And as we're talking about it, okay, that's maybe right. And Bryce Zinnick, thank you very much for joining us. You at home, thank you so much for listening, making this it really is the biggest little video game podcast in the whole universe. We really appreciate all your support, all your listens. Let's do this again, 7 days. More Death Stranding talk. Oh baby. In a week's time, it'll be the 298th edition of the Talking Reckless podcast. We'll see you then. Scene.
300's gonna be in what? 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
3 weeks. No, 298 is in a week. 99, 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 300.
I think we should just jump the number scale to whatever we want then.
Like go to 10,000 and go to
Number 10,000.
like A 15-B.
Yeah.
Okay.
figure out this how star dates work and
Ooh.
just go with that.
I thought you know how star. Didn't I ask you one time on the podcast
Yeah.
what star date it was, and you're like, "It's this day."
No, that's an impossible statement because
Maybe in reference to Star Wars and farming, but
no, they were season number, episode number, and original air date.
Oh, right. Good. Well, I'm gonna turn the stream off. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Maybe not for Gears 5. I don't know. We'll see you tomorrow for a little bit. I got D&D tomorrow though, so we'll see what happens.
Still playing Gears with Dan?
Yep, Gears 5. We're on to 5 now. Finally.
Is that the current one?
Yeah, we've
How
gone
is
through
it?
the entire. Seems good. Seems like a modern video game. Runs. Looks good. Bye, everybody. Thanks again. See you tomorrow. Too sweet. Bye.